I think. I don't know, it's been like 7 days. Is this what Radiant Dawn is supposed to look like? I honestly couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you. God, the VOD for this is gonna be so messed up because I, like, butchered the intro. Yeah, whatever. I hate to skip that intro because that's one of my favorites, but yeah. So last time we got all the way up to the start of Marauders right here, and we're just gonna keep going with it. The Laguz Alliance made it back to Gallia, but the Bennion army is not really intending to let them go because racism. I've mentioned it before, but that's basically, if you ever wanted to describe what happens in this game in one sentence, yeah, there you go. How's everybody doing, though? Hopefully good. I kind of caught something over the weekend, so if I have to, like, mute my audio for anything that's related to my voice, I apologize, but that's no matter. We are back with this crew again, and I'm a bit confused as to how to handle this. Well, I say a bit because I know how to do this, but yeah, first things first is, what screen should I go to? Probably skills. Let's talk Paragon for a minute. Joffrey has it, and Astrid has it. This is 2 of the 3 copies that I think I get in the game, and one of them, mainly Joffrey's, I'm just gonna do this for, because he honestly doesn't really need it in my experience, at least from, like, some of the chapters that we have coming up, and I've kept it on Astrid for the time being, but she hasn't really, like, this is the point of the game where she was already starting to fall off for minute 1, but, like, good god, it's about to go over a cliff. Well, the unit, not the horse. I hope the horse is okay, but I'm gonna reassign these Paragon Scrolls. I'm gonna give one to Danvid, and I'm actually gonna give the other one to Khalil. I thought about this for a minute, and I think these 2 units are probably the ones that have the most viability long-term. I actually do need Khalil to be somewhat good going forward, and we do have that Discipline Scroll from a while back, and I'm kind of curious who to give it to. Danvid, what's your weapon rank? Oh, you're capped. I don't care about Astrid's. You're capped. You're capped. I'm just... Okay, like, I guess transfer bonuses just muck with weapon ranks in general, because I know everybody got transfers, but I didn't know that would result in everybody's getting capped. Like, I make a big stink out of Discipline, and then I can't frickin' use it on anybody who isn't named Micaiah. And the other thing is, we have a ton of bonus experience because of what I managed to do back in 2-3, but I'm not going to use it yet. This group is actually going to merge with Ike's group very soon, and yeah, if you know what you're doing on 2-3, you can get, like, tens of thousands of bonus experience just by leaving units alive. It looks stupid, and the VOD's still on Twitch, and it'll be on YouTube hopefully by the end of the week. Speaking of the YouTube, so if you want to watch what I ended up doing, it was stupid, but it worked. Anyway, we've got a ton of ace conversations to do. I'll start with the 3 stars and then work my way around. A lot of reading. Joffrey, please take this with you. What? Why, this is a master crown. I'm honored, Your Majesty. I will cherish it. I have been asking you to fight difficult battles against terrible odds. Your Majesty, allow me to iterate. That is exactly what I wish. No matter the task, and no matter the odds, I can only succeed at it so long as you depend on me. I am yours entirely, Your Majesty. I shall take those words to heart. Joffrey of Delbray, you are truly my finest and most faithful knight. Thank you, Your Majesty. Yeah, exactly. If it works, it's not stupid. Granted, like, if you ever wanted a case for how, we're gonna put this in Convoy, there are units that can benefit a lot from a Master Crown, I just don't know if they're in this group. Yeah, I'll just say, like, if you ever wanted a crash course in how NPC units can just look and act the derpiest, like, that map, like, don't... Use target and not avoid. That's what I learned from, like, the direct commands. Anyway, I think this is where we get the money. Here are the war funds. Remember, Joffrey, you will face the Imperial Army. Should there be a conflict, you must not be caught unprepared. I shall be prepared, Lucia. Oh, wow, that was it. That was literally that... Oh god, that reminds me of... I'm gonna look at the other two in a minute, because if I remember right, the Villagers Convo is some really good lore, world building, but... Go over to the shop. The real reason I wanted this money is, this. Not all of these... I don't think a lot of these are particularly good. The Shine Barrier has some weird niche applications, but... If I'm being perfectly honest, the AI gets better use out of this than I do, and there's gonna be uses down the road that are absolutely infuriating, and the AI is really good at using them in some spots where it counts, and I'm thinking ahead, like, on this map, I think there are good opportunities to use it, especially since it'll create it'll, like, help me use one unit just to create a barricade, whereas normally on some parts of this map I would have to use 2 units, but the Adept Scroll is where the Merwar money is. I don't have to explain this skill, it was a pain in the ass to get extra copies of it back in Path of Radiance, because you didn't have to murder Oliver, you had to murder the unit that was next to Oliver, and Tabard was very good at interrupting that, but here, you could just buy it for 6k. You better believe it. Marcia's gonna get this. Crimea for victory, indeed. So, going back into skills here. Marcia's probably the best candidate for this because she has innately very high speed, and it doesn't say, but this triggers off of that. Ultimately, I can think of another... Not pink-haired, but purple-haired lass that's gonna get Adept later, but might as well give this to Marcia now, because it's... I mean, like I said, I could put it into Danved or Khalil's inventory, because it is 10, so they can use it, but... Danved has 21 speed, Khalil only has 18, Marcia's got... Oh, only 22. I thought it was more for some reason, but... Yeah, basically anybody that's not Joffrey is a good candidate for this, but... Like I said, higher speed means that it's more likely that it's going to trigger and all that good stuff. I'm also going to do a bit of inventory management. Joffrey, no. I'm taking that from you. And other than that, I think his inventory is good. I might have to juggle some stuff around just because... I don't think I can... I think I need the Brave Lance for this chapter, but... the inventory that these guys have, not going into this map, but going into the next one is going to be pretty important to manage. Honestly, I think it's fine, but actually I don't think I need the Horse Slayer on this map, so I'm gonna keep it behind for now. Other than that, yeah, Danved's is fine. I'm trying to think, maybe Marcia could use a couple of extra weapons, I honestly don't know. I'm also going to drop this Killer Bow on Astrid, because I think the Steel Bow and the Iron Longbow, I'm mainly going to be using her for chip damage, and I can get a decent amount done with what I've got. And yeah, Makalov's inventory is fine too. I want everybody to have weapons, but I don't want anybody to have things like that Silver Great Lance that are stupidly hard to replace. In terms of other equipment, what do I have in inventory? That's actually more important. Got a good amount of extra lances that I don't think I'm going to need. In terms of sword or lance coverage, that's actually kind of good, admittedly. I can maybe buy a spare wind edge, but there's no real need to do that right now. Same thing goes for spare healing items. It's not... I could drop the torch, because I don't think I'm going to need it past this point, but... I guess I can hold on to it for the time being. I've mentioned it before, but there's exactly one map left in the game where this item is actually useful, so... I guess I'll keep it. Save it for then. Yeah, let's, and then supports, yeah, there's nothing. This group is very awkwardly placed, at least in terms of the story and availability, and it's kind of showing, because I just got a ton of money, and outside of the Adept Scroll, I have no idea what to use it on. Let's just see the rest of these base combos. Hey, did you hear? The Imperial Army is requesting Crimey's assistance. Yeah, I heard. I also heard that the messenger treated our queen with no respect at all. Who do they think they are? Shh, not so loud. Bennion is ruled by the Apostle. They helped us when Dayan invaded. It's only right that we pay back the favor by coming to their aid. But Bennion is fighting the Beast Tribes of Gallia. Why would we fight Gallia? The Beast Tribes helped us rebuild Crimea. That's true, but come on. Think about it. Who would you rather side with, a land of Bjork or a land of Lagoos? The answer's as plain as day. We side with the Bjork. You have a point. I'd choose Gallia over Bennion. Really? But why? The people of Gallia helped us rebuild the village, even though we're Bjork. They even repaired the road to the farm that's up on the mountain. That wasn't an easy job either. Yes, I remember. What was his name? Mordecai? He was strong, yet very kind. He looked frightened at first, but the children of the village loved to play with him. He was a wonderful man. If the Queen decides to answer Bennion's request for troops, we'd have to fight Gallia. How terrible would that be? That's war, isn't it? Yes, I suppose it is at that. I wish we didn't have to fight anyone at all. Always like that convo, even though it doesn't, like, even though nobody, it's just like random people talking. Anyway. Forget what this one is. Oh, of course. It's been one thing after another. First, the civil unrest, then the Imperial invasion. I'm so sick of hearing about all of it. Oh, you and me both. I figured I'd be able to get in some me time now that Crimea is peaceful again. Get a card game started or something? You're a royal knight. If the Queen decides you should go sweep away 10 or 100 Imperial soldiers, you should probably go do it. Yeah, we've been ordered to mobilize, and I can't think of any excuse to get out of it. Maybe I can pretend to be dead. Any ideas, Amy? Don't make General Joffrey mad. You're a royal knight. You better follow his orders. Amy, you're supposed to help me. She's obviously been spending way too much time with you, Pillow. Excuse me for a sec. Sorry, like I said, sometimes I have to sneeze, and then thankfully I got to the mic in time, but... Anyway. Well, of course, you twit! Alright, Makala, it's time for you to pay up and go. What? But, I think my stomach's acting funny. That's enough, you layabout. Oh, wait, is this Marcia? Yep, of course it is. Oh, hi, Marcia. Don't surprise me like that. Makala, I knew I'd find you here, slacker. You're making the whole squad wait for you. Hurry up and head back. I don't know about all this. Fighting the Imperial Army means fighting my old comrades. I don't want to fight my old friends, you know what I mean? I think I see. You owe the money, don't you? Isn't that the real reason why you don't want to see them, cheese breath? Well, when did you learn to read minds like the Herons? I can't, you spineless sea cucumber. It's just so typical of you that I guessed. Marcia, please, that's quite enough. But Astrid, it's despicable. Look at how calm Sir Makalov is. He never gets irritated or upset. It's the mark of a true knight. A good knight must know how to keep his cool on the battlefield. But we're in a bar. Oh, I hope to be as good a knight as Sir Makalov someday. You're making me break character, honey. How I dream of that day. I don't believe this. You don't want to end up like me, baby. Oh, I completely agree. Who'd want to end up a clown-haired chowderhead? The love that the two of you have for each other is so wonderful. I wish I had a sibling. Sure. I'd sell him to you. Cheap. Like I said, I love Marcia as a character. I wish she was around for more of the game, and give me one sec, thank God. I would have peeked the mic there. Anyway, I wish that this group had more screen time because, like I said, I don't know what Astrid's smoking, and frankly, I don't want a piece of it, but anyway. This isn't this isn't an intermission that I really have to spend a lot of time on, because what items can I actually buy here? Oh, I can buy silver weapons. That's actually kind of tempting, but I've only got 8k left, and yeah, man, those would break the bank, so not yet. I don't know why I'm saving again. It's force of habit with the older games. It's also, there's not a thunderstorm outside, but I am a little worried about the weather, but I don't think it's going to be like the windstorm that happened a few weeks ago where I had to cut stream early, and let me tell you, cutting stream now would be very premature, because I have to splice the videos together. I don't want to have to do that. Let's get into the fight. Near the Benyon border. Are you layabouts done collecting supplies? We don't have all day. No, sir. Progress is slow. These people just don't have much. Something about an uprising earlier? Fools! I don't want excuses. Take anything you see, and if these bumpkins complain at all, cut them down. Because you can bet your armor that Senator Valtome will do the same to us if we're not done by the time he arrives. Reporting, sir. A Crimean army is approaching to the southwest. It appears to be the Royal Knights. What? Crimea is moving against us? Those backwater fools. All right, keep working. I'll take several men out to slow their approach. Colonial fools. I'll teach them what it means to defy the Empire. General Joffrey, we've confirmed the presence of the Benyon army in the village ahead of us. I would prefer to avoid a fight, but I suppose that decision is up to them. Let's hurry. Alright, well, in terms of unit deployment, we really don't have much going for us. Let's check out the map for a sec, because this is a kill boss chapter, and compared to the last couple maps, this is supposed to go a heck of a lot faster. I say supposed to go because, hell, some of these units are unpromoted, and some of them aren't even, like I said, this guy's level 5. We were dealing with guys double his level a few chapters ago. The boss himself is, on paper, not that spectacular. I think Joffrey and Kiran can kind of have this guy's number. This guy's not breaking the mold, that's for dang sure. But, in fact, he has no personal skills, he has no leadership stars. I would love to steal his concoction, but Heather's not here, so I can't do that. Curiously, if I remember how hidden items work, there's actually a spirit dust hidden behind him, but the only way to get to that is to either use Marcia and get lucky, or use Joffrey or Kiran, kill the boss, move on to this tile after the boss dies, pray that you get it, and then, if not, restart the chapter? I don't know. It's not really worth going for, but what it's worth talking about are these houses. There are a bunch of these, and I think there's half a dozen, which, from a model perspective, they're not too spectacular, but what is important about them is there is a side objective associated with these. Because not only is the Benyon army intent on violating the NAP, they might not exactly regard that as any more than a kind of bullshit suggestion, I don't know. But the point is, they clearly don't give a crap about us, and that's reflected in gameplay as much as it is in the dialogue. These unpromoted soldiers are very important to keep track of, because, actually, maybe I should let the game explain before I get into that, but let's just say keeping these houses, as many of them intact as possible, is important. I don't need to do a lot of inventory management. I might need to possibly go back to base and buy some silver weapons if the situation calls for it, but in terms of other equipment, I'm not really seeing anything that I want to focus on a heck of a lot. It's mainly unit positioning and skill management. Denvin and Marcia are going to have to head topside. I think this guy drops a speed wing, which is probably the most valuable item on the map. It might be more valuable than doing the side objective to get the bonus experience. That said, getting up to this guy is going to be kind of challenging because I don't have a hammer anymore, and it's going to be difficult. I think I basically need to use Khalil in order to crunch through these guys' armor. But I can have my foot-mounted units run up these ledges here while my cavalry charges up this way. Like I said, I don't think this chapter's terribly hard if Joffrey and Kiran do all the work, which they're probably going to. I'm gonna need Joffrey to probably be a bit more aggressive just to kill these unpromoted soldiers. Just because I said they're priority targets, and thankfully their defenses are crap, so it'll be a bit easier to deal with. I'll just need to watch for a couple of other things, and we do get some extra units back here, including a physics staff bishop that I totally wish I could have as items, but I can't. So I think they're better off. I think we're better off just setting these guys to halt at their starting position. We do get reinforcements from back here, and having them kind of delay us for a while would definitely help us. But in terms of that, I kind of rambled on for long enough. I'm trying to cut down my explanations here, but thankfully this chapter is not too complicated. We just have to get into it and get going. Okay, part of the reason I gave Marcia the Adept Scroll is because she can just fly up here and immediately start going to town on this guy. In fact, that's almost a 2-shot, which is pretty nice, and I like this music. I'm glad it came back, but actually, I don't think Fire Rhythm would really affect anything here. Just go for it. I think I've got animations turned on. That was the other thing I meant to check, but no. Yep, totally do. No adept proc, but that should be okay. I'm actually gonna... What's your range? Ooh, that could be annoying. I maybe wanted to move back a tile, but I'll worry about it if the situation calls for it. Spreading out and taking it to him is probably that. I don't like that chance at all. Yeah, and I moved Khalil in the wrong spot, so unless I give Danda Joffrey's Brave Lance, I think I might just have to have him kind of park himself up here, and there is no way to kill this guy in enemy phase, and I know what happens when I bank for crits, so maybe just go for the high damage option. Or it's one of these two. I think I'm going to do the Iron Brave Lance here. Just go for raw damage over anything else. Okay, I kind of expected the hit. That's better than getting crit, so I'll take it. Well, anything's better than getting crit, but that's beside the point. Khalil can go up here, but that's way too dangerous, because then I'd have both of these guys attacking me, so gonna have everybody stick to the bottom path, I think. Alright, Kiran can make mincemeat of this Halberdier, so we'll set him to task right away. Yeah, okay, lower speed is really, of most units, is really gonna bite me here. And I forgot Khalil's hit rate, especially right now, is kind of shitty, so gonna have to keep that in mind. And Joffrey will own zone this guy if left up to his own devices, which I kind of want him to do. That's 10 health, that should be a nice pickup for Khalil. And if not, I have other units that can pick the slack. Gonna have to find my healing items here. You're supposed to use that bishop for... Except from the halt before I forget. You're supposed to use that bishop in order to heal, but these guys actually just get in the way, typically, so they're gonna be left behind, and we're just gonna have to rely on healing items. I think I'm gonna lead with my not-so-great attacks first here, so... Wynn's got the highest hit rate, so let's go for it. I know with, like, the way that this game calculates hit rate, yeah, that wasn't a problem, but... Yeah, Paragon's really going to be useful here, because if there's anybody that needs level-ups to catch up, it's Kyle. Because like I said, I would like to try and make that work, but we'll see. I think I can... This is safe if I can block that tile in front of Astrodot with Dram. I can't get Makalov up there, but I can get him a chance. That's what I expected, that's okay. Because, yeah, I think I did one tile of movement, and then could go for the gamble to be funny, but no, that is not worth it without a killer weapon. And the steel poleaxe does more damage, so let's go for that. There's also a guaranteed hit, which I wasn't expecting. Like I said, it's really a matter of doing damage. The fact that I can't outspeed these guys is actually really going to be a problem. Carmian soldiers, how dare you turn your weapons against us? You will pay for the speech, fool. Men, burn these shanties to the ground. Show these fools what we do to traitors. Yep, there's the map gimmick. And these two soldiers love, 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 love doing that. Plus, we're kind of blockaded here. These halberdiers are going to create a bit of a traffic jam. And it's a pain in the ass to break. Especially if Kiran gets attacked a bunch. That guy's going to run. I should have seen that coming. You are going to be left with one hit point, which is going to be really irritating. Now, if I remember right, it takes 2 turns for a house to burn down. Oh, fuck, I should have noticed that. Alright, well, this is probably going to be not a reset, actually. I can't believe what I'm looking at, but... Okay, never mind, it totally is. Yeah, that was on me. I should have noticed where that sniper was. Right move, wrong... I think wrong person, if I'm being honest. I think I need to send Marcia down and send Danvid up, and that should hopefully fix it. I hate doing this, especially this early into the video, but in fairness, I should have seen that coming. Actually, I don't need to change positioning at all, which is good. I just need to not be an idiot and, you know, do that, because... Yeah, actually, if I had blocked... That's actually important to note. If I had blocked this tile, I think Marcia still would have been dead, but... Danvid's got higher defense, or... No, he doesn't, but he doesn't get own-zoned by arrows, and I can give him a javelin just to force the counter out, so... Yeah, I'll have to... Mind your archers. This is the resting. This is the resting. It's okay. We do this instead because this is actually the safe move. Although I still hate that hit. Oh, and Danvid can't even move up. That's really annoying. Yeah, because if I remember right, this guy goes to this house immediately, and then he goes to this other one directly after. But, hang on a minute. Maybe I had the right idea and I just went to the wrong tile? Because if I go here and I get an adept proc, I can swing in, deck that guy in the face, and then... Yeah, hang on a minute. I maybe should have dropped, like, an Iron Great Lance or something into Marcia's inventory, because 10 might... 11. Yeah, I think that would have been enough to have... If she doubles with an Iron Great Lance, then that would actually be enough to one-round that soldier, but I'll just bang on the adept proc and kind of hope for the best here. Because, yeah, that would have been enough, because that would have done 16 damage instead of 15, so... Because I kind of need Danvid to get into position here, although if this guy comes down, that could also work. I'll have to expend a turn here, but I think this is okay. Because this just nips a problem in the bud very fast, so it makes sense to do this. Oh, come on, girl, really? See, now everything comes up Thrill House. Like, what is this? Alright, well, I can't Canto back down, but I can stay out of range of this guy, and This guy can go up to attack Marcia, or he can go down to attack Danvid. I think he's going to go down to attack Danvid because he has lower defense, but what do I know? It could be completely separate. And we're going to commit to the same stuff that we did up here. However, I am going to change tax slightly here. Because, yeah, this is a better hit rate than whatever the hell I was doing beforehand. Chip damage is good damage. That's my motto. I could have Joffrey attack this guy or this Halberdier, and I'm kind of thinking of repeating the turn I did last time, where I get this guy low. This won't kill, but in fact, it's the same result as last time, pretty much identically. Move up one, and entertain me, Makalov. Okay, maybe not. Like I said, we'll just repeat the turn that I did last time, even though it's not the most optimal use of this group. Halt. Kind of keep the train rolling up here. Because like I said, I can get Makalov on this guy if the little misses for some reason. But that didn't happen. I think it was... I want to say I was watching No Limit play Fire Emblem Three Houses, which hopefully the people in the audience know what that is. If not, you should check them out because it's a very good channel. That being said, we were talking about, like, how hit rate works across different Fire Emblem games, and, like, that 82 is probably more like a 90-something instead, but it's no big deal. Yes, we know, Rorik, yeah, we know, trust me. These guys are going to start lighting the houses on fire. You're going to go for Kiran, which this is the same as last time. You get hit on the dome, which, like I said, just keep advancing the ball forward. And you're going for Marcia, which is fine, honestly. Unless you crit, but you didn't. Big girl, let's go. I would like Danvid to get these kills instead, but I got time with them. Halberdiers are thankfully kind of foolproof in a couple of regards, but right now I know that house is safe. Monsters! They're setting the village on fire! Knights, evacuate the villagers and put out the fires immediately. Right, two more of our, these guys should be called arsonists, but they're just regular soldiers. These are the guys you need to watch out for, like I kept saying. To the point where I kind of want Kiran to get really aggressive here, because, yeah, he can two-shot these guys with any weapon that I give him. And I can also stop this guy with Makalov, and then... Or I could try to secure these two kills with my... kind of my B team back here, and then Joffrey and Kiran can go forward and block off these tiles. Because if I do that, that's going to force the soldiers to run up, which is going to spare me a lot of time. And this house is pretty much blocked off. I would have to kill the warriors and this halberdier that does generously drop his steel lance. That's nice of him. I forget. I think there's one other item that these guys drop. It might be like a coin or something, but we'll get there when we get there. This is also a good... When I mentioned the shine barrier that you could get in the secret shop, you could put it right in front of this armor knight, and that would kind of funnel a lot of units to go along in this snake pattern, rather than immediately run up here and try to go for some of the other houses. More to the point, I gotta get that thing... I gotta stop that thing from burning down. And I think I have a turn. This house up here is completely safe because Marcia just did the work. We're gonna bait out this guy, though, and then... I don't want to have Marcia engage anybody else up here. I guess she could kind of tango with this guy with the speed wing. That might be a good use of my time, because I'm gonna need her to go down afterwards. Just to deal with the reinforcements that come from my starting position. I don't want the NPCs to be forced to do all the work. That would be completely unfortunate if that happened. Words are hard. So Makalov and Astrid can combine for a kill. I would need Khalil to get the third here, which... Oh, that is just a load of bees in my bonnet. But if I just nuke this guy down, then he can't do anything. Although that... Yeah, this Halberdier is also a problem. I might have Makalov go at this guy with the Wind Edge. He'll bait a couple of guys out, and then... Yeah. I think if I use Joffrey's Brave Lance to kill this guy... Although I think this soldier is honestly the bigger priority, because... Well, what's he gonna do? He's gonna run to this house and burn it, so he's not really... I'll have to deal with him eventually, but I think the faster I nip the whole arson problem in the bud, the easier this chapter is gonna be to manage. And like I said, I forget how many turns it takes for a house to actually burn down. Because what I was thinking of doing is having Chiran run up here, put this... Or, and probably either kill this soldier or take this guy out, but... I think maybe... Yeah, I think I understand what I need to do here. And we kind of just... This sniper, I think, is too dangerous to be left alive, which is pretty standard in the Tellius games, but... At least in Radiant Dawn, but... Take care of this guy. Joffrey gets, like, no XP, but that's okay. We have him go... I think I can put him here where the sniper was. Because, like I said, I need to wall this guy off, because that'll force him to waste his turn. Makalov, do me a quick favor here. Give me the combat forecast, that's what I want. Man, that's rough, buddy. What I might have you do instead is... Maybe Makalov could put out the fire, and... Yeah, I gotta use the Silver Axe here, otherwise this is gonna get a little tough. I need to be mindful as well. I think one of these enemies is packing a Horse Slayer, and they are obviously a top priority, because they will murder almost everybody that I have at my disposal. It's not him. It's not him. One of these guys has one, and it's gonna be a huge pain if I can't find him. That's also good that Khalil can take one of these guys' hits in the chin. I don't know about Astrid, and frankly, I don't want to find that. It's 6, and then Makalov, I think, can pick up the kill in, like, kind of a drive-by fashion. Yeah, I think I see what I need to do here. This is a guaranteed hit, so I'm not that worried about this. Holy shit, girl, okay. If she got more level-ups like that, I don't think it would be... I think I'd be a little less harsh on her, but, like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So that's a free kill for whoever wants it. And like I said, I think I can move Khalil here, and then she can take care of, frankly, both of these guys safely. But I think it's a more optimal use of Makalov's turn if he tries for this, because come on, you're Your girlfriend over there set this up for you, buddy. You can at least do this. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. Like the twirling animation that the sword caps do. If only they were a little bit better, and then I would... Or if your options were a little bit better, because I think your only option actually is Makalov, now that I think about it. You are gonna go for... Well... Even if I do this, you're still gonna go for, Astrid, so I might as well get the guarantee here, and unfortunately Astrid is gonna have to take an attack here. Hopefully she can put that good level up to use, because otherwise this is gonna get really annoying. Okay, that is kind of what I wanted to have happen. But that's not the problem, it's everything else. That's also not an issue. If I lose one house, I'll take it, but... Because I think I've been able to kind of minimize the amount of threats that I end up dealing with. That being said... Oh, you're going for Makalov. That's, I guess, what I should have expected. I don't think you double him, which is nice. Yeah, you don't. That's good. Are you just gonna stay put? I think you are. I wanted that to happen, because I think this is safe unless he crits, and I'm gonna crawl. Okay, do me a favor while I do this, because this could get ugly very fast. That house has to get down this turn. I can't leave this, like, burning, because it will burn down at the start of my next turn. As far as actual, like... Right now, I just need to make use of my units down here. I think this guy's gonna heal up again. If he did that this turn, he's gonna do that again. If that makes any sense. It probably didn't, but... I think Joffrey takes care of one of these guys, Kiran kills the other. I think Makalov can extinguish this house, and then run back to his original spot. I think that's the best use of his turn, so we might as well do that first. Also, I think when these guys burn down the houses, they can't, like, re-burn them down, if that makes sense. At least it'll... I think from what I remember, it'll reset the timer? I might be wrong about that, but the way that this works is very weird, and it only happens in this one map, so maybe it's not worth vamping over too much, and... Okay, so Khalil has to kill this guy because F this business. I think Joffrey kills one, Kiran kills the other, like I said, and then the poor man has to heal. God, not even, goodness. Astrid, you did 6 damage before. What about here? Yeah, okay, I think that's the best use of Astrid's turn. Did I battle save? I think I did. If not, I'm not that worried, because, frankly, frequent restarts on this map is not something that I'm that particularly annoyed by. It was one thing when it was the supply raid mission. That was just stupid, but... Okay. I am banking on an 82 here, which isn't the best, but... Good. Good job. Yep. That's what I like to see. That Halberdier would go for Makalov anyway, and I'm pretty sure he can take the hit, but... That's a very... That's actually not exactly a typical Kiran level up. He usually doesn't get skill, but... On anybody that uses an axe, I'll take it. We'll just keep you here for the time being, and then Joffrey can probably own zone this guy. So I think we just... what tome do I want to use? Use the wheat stuff. Or, no, it's more fun to use Hellfire. It doesn't really matter, because this is going to be a good amount of XP to kill either way. Actually, Win might have been better, because I think she could still rank up in that. Okay. Like I said, I value getting levels over the stat increases. It'll make sense in time, but yeah, I'm gonna have to start burning through some healing items here, because I think these soldiers are gonna go for my other guys. Or, they're gonna attack my... Nice! Smack him right on the dome. That's one way to use the Great Lance. This man was not afraid to get his hands dirty today. I appreciate it. Steel Lance versus the Great Lance. Swap to 1. Heal up. And I think I'm just gonna have these guys here duking it out for a little bit, because Danford can survive a crit, but I kind of don't want to force him to take it and then be stuck in a position where I can't heal him, so yeah, we're just gonna do this. Okay, and what I said was correct. They can't reignite the house. That would be a little awkward. What's going to be a little bit irritating about this is that I actually have to... I have to get over to the boss at some point. And I think I have to take the long way around to do that. Oh, I swapped off of the Killer Lance. I think that might have been an error. It's fine, admittedly. Marcia, this is the hardest thing you will have to do all in, please. There are the reinforcements I was talking about. That's a warrior, that's a Myrmidon, and that's a sniper. Like I said, I'm gonna need... Okay, good. I think if I have Danvid here with a javelin, this'll do me good. Hopefully this connects, otherwise I'm gonna look like a fool. That's fine, possibly. I'm not sure, actually, if it is fine. But thankfully, my bottom group here, we have a chance to heal up. We're out of the range of these guys, which is good. We don't really want to get caught in a position where... This is somewhat risky, because if Marcia misses, I think she's just dead, but... Yeah, and I can't move her anywhere that's safe, come to think of it. So I think I just have to play defensively for one more turn. Do that. And as for this guy, I don't know a safe way to really crunch through this guy's armor, so I think what I might have to do is move Kiran here, have him heal up, and then he'll engage the guy on enemy phase. As for engaging targets on other targets on enemy phase, this warrior's going to be really annoying, but I think Makalov can probably do a number on this guy. Khalil can too. He's got pretty low resistance. Actually, I was going to check weapon ranks before I got sidetracked. Oh, it does not matter at all. Okay. I can use whatever the hell I want. That's convenient. Astrid, honey, I'm gonna need you to stick with the group here. If you want to make my day, that would be amazing. You still connected. That's good. God, if you had a bit more in the tank, I would feel a little bit better about this. I think you... Yeah, I think you also need to heal Makalov, and then I'll just have... We'll do this at point blank to be cute. 1533. I think I can risk that if it's going to come down to it, but... Because once this guy's dealt with, I can start, like, planning a way to break high ground here, and then it's going to be a straight shot heading up towards the boss. Who I think I might just kill with Joffrey, because he's nothing too spectacular. I wish I could get his spear, but I can't. It's just easier if I It's just easier if I have Chopper do the work up top. Although, like I said, if I can get kills on my units with Paragon, I would like to have that happen. I think that guy's gonna run back and heal, so I might as well get a little bit aggressive with the rest of my units. Yep, you're gonna run back, that's what I expected. You're also gonna run back, I wasn't expecting that, and... In Memoriam... Oh, you didn't double, that... Okay, that wastes 2 guys' turns, I'm sorry, Mr. Bishop. Guys, come on, work with me here. Anyway. Oh, you didn't move either, that's a bit annoying. Because I don't think I can... Oh, I can, actually. Okay, you don't double... What is your speed? 18 to this guy's... Oh, okay. Yeah, he's not weighed down by that, so that is a pain in my tushy. Especially since I'm kind of reliant on Khalil to do the work here. We'll still do it anyway, because it's... gradually whittling this guy down is going to be probably the only thing I can really do. It's not like Khalil can do much else on her turn, anyway. And... I think this is risky, because this would mean that Astrid has to go toe-to-toe with this Halberdier. Now, 25 attack to 10 defense, and I think he doubles? He does not. So, Astrid would take a hit at 15, which is okay, if I'm being honest. But I would like to see if Danvid can actually finish what he started here. I can't chase this Halberdier, which is annoying, because he's going to run for... I think he's also going to run for the heal hedge, actually. So he might actually... The computer might be incredibly stupid and just immediately... What's your range again? Oh, you'll go for Danvid, but I think that's okay. If Astrid can survive a hit, Danvid can definitely survive a hit. Alright, second time's the charm, possibly? Nice, good job. Solid. Very solid, actually. I would have liked speed, but I'll take all of that. Very good level ups so far. Well, Khalil's was fine. Maybe not the best, but whatever. Yeah, because I can crunch through this guy's armor, but I don't really need to do that. I just kind of need to have... I'll have Gerard stand here with his hand axe, because I think I can afford to waste a... Well, not waste a turn, but you get the idea. I need to mine this sniper and this sniper. Because what I could maybe do is have Astrid run over here, and then she'll have high ground against these guys, but I think I don't want to bother with these guys down here, and I just want to keep advancing. Can I get out of range if I do this? Because it would be... I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Marcia has 9 move, correct? Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can do this safely. I was worried I couldn't give this guy some pepper. That's annoying. I'm entirely reliant on Adept here, but I would rather have this guy... Oh, nice. That saves me a lot of trouble, because this means I get the speed win without any trouble. And if I'm being perfectly honest, Marcia's job is kind of done. Because I can move out of range, and yep, we're safe. I want to avoid an incident like what happened last time, so... And thankfully I've been doing that so far. Keep the train rolling. I could also have Makalov run in to try to support here, but I don't want him getting attacked if at all possible, or do I? That would keep Joffrey and Danvid's HP up, so it might actually be good to, like... I think Joffrey still gets targeted if I have Makalov here with a Wind Edge. It's worth a shot. I'm not doing anything else with him. Yep, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Now this is just embarrassing. Oh, dual halberdiers, okay. Like I said, these guys can't start burning the houses, at least if memory serves. And if not, I've got Khalil here to put the fire out next turn. Now, I've got a couple choices here, because these guys aren't the worst to deal with. Like, Kiran can deal with these guys no problem, but I'm also going to have to start worrying about the boss. I think what I could maybe do is... yeah, have Danvid bust out the killer weapons, and then... Khalil's going to finish this guy no matter what, so let's go ahead and do that. And then I can have, Kiran go through the bushes and then advance on the Halberdier, and then Danvid can finish it. Because I would like to see if Makalov can kind of help out with enemy phase. At least because I'm going to have to... That is what I want to see. Very nice. Very, very nice. Got pretty much every stat I would want you to get. Good job, Quill. Yeah, because I think that you're a little limited on options. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can't advance with Marcia because of the sniper. In fact, I can't send her down here because of the sniper as well, so... Ooh, you are just short. That's annoying. Maybe moving... Is that a thicket? Actually, it is. Yeah, I'll see what I can do here. Heal up, and then... I think if I get Kiran here, have him whack this guy with whatever. Or actually, now that that tile's free, I can have Marcia fly down. I think I only need the chip from this one thing, so we'll go ahead and get this going. Ha! That actually makes my life a hell of a lot easier. You could even get hit here and I wouldn't care. Okay. She got defense, which is... That's better than nothing. Javelin's broke, but that's okay. Because now I can have Danvid advance up with his, either of his weapons, but I'm worried about these warriors. Oh, you drop a hand axe, too. That's the other weapon that I was curious about. But yeah, I can have either one of these guys, because if I get Makalov up here with his Wind Edge, he can probably do some... hopefully do some work. That is 9, 30, and that's 32. This is probably a bit higher. Yeah, 36. 36 at most. What's your defense? 17. 19, and I don't think it's that likely to hit. It's less likely to hit because of weapon triangle, so I can definitely have him advance forward here. He's got to earn his money somehow, let me tell you. Those debts don't pay themselves. And one kill alone isn't going to cut it. If you wanted to be thematic about it. I do. it's more fun that way. Yeah, you have your wind edge up, I'll have... I think Duran's got full control of where I want him to be if I put him there, so... Like I said, I think we're just gonna keep everybody together, just so that they can take on the boss, and... I'm not gonna be dealing with these guys at all, but frankly, I don't really want to... I can't be bothered right now, just because... Anybody that would be good is better off, like, hanging out up here. I could set the NPCs on roam if I really wanted to take care of these guys, but I think it's just easier if I just have them continue what they're doing as decoys. That sniper has a very disagreeable kill count. Nice job. You got one of them at least. Alright, this is kind of what I expected. That's a bit higher than I expected in terms of accuracy. Ooh, that might have been a mistake. Although, I think that guy has to move onto the tile where the warrior is standing. Luck would have increased dodge. Oh, balls. That might be bad. Actually, no, that's perfectly fine. And he dodged, too, so it would have been completely safe. Well, he didn't hit, but that's... I have ways of dealing with that guy. Okay, that's what I was worried about, is having an extra soldier like that show up, but this guy's gonna burn the house, so I at least know what he's gonna do, and I can deal with him. So, we've got... Let me think about threat assessment here. I think these warriors are the biggest problem, because I could just have Kiran continue to block the tile that he's currently standing on and be fine. But I also kind of want him to be up here, because this guy does a hell of a lot of damage. And like I said, Afrin and Khalil can help here. Actually in a pretty big way, because they can rip off chunks of this guy's health bar. And then I think at that point, Danvik can finish the job. Because I need 12 there. You have... This is where the killer bow might have been handy, actually. That's crap. Yeah, I think a 9 right there is probably going to be... Doing 9 damage here would be the best use of my time. I don't want Danvik to go there. I want Danvik standing where Makalov is, and I kind of want Makalov to probably go for like a wind edge hit here and then run back, because if I think I do both of those, then, you know, Khalil was 18 if memory serves. Yeah. So that's not the best use of my time, unless it... What's Marsha gonna do here? Steel Lance, if this hits, then... If it hits, it sits. Or... Oh. Well, that just... God, like I said, Adept is just hating himself today. A 20 damage hit is not good, because it means I can't really use her on enemy phase, but if I put her here, then I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now this is just a freebie at this point. I just have to... I gotta do wind, or that's not gonna work. Just getting the max that I can get out of these guys, and then... Same thing goes for right here, because that is the shittiest chance to hit imaginable, and he didn't even hit on the last attempt, so... Although, what I could maybe do instead is... Everyone is really shitty by right now, but... I think the best use of the... Best case here is gonna be this. Nice dodge. I'll have Makalov run to the healing tile because I think that this is a very safe spot, so I could just have him do that, and then I can have Danved block these Halberdiers, or I can have Kiran continue to do it. Kiran has Weapon Triangle, but that's the only thing he's really got going for him. In fact, I could run... I think Danved's a bit better here, now that I think about it. I would have to finish this guy off with Joffrey, which I think was originally the plan, but... Of course! I don't know. Alright, thanks for the hand axe. Alright. I forget if the boss moves, but I think I'm about to find it. Yeah, because he would... This is the best spot to put Danvid. Heal you up, because you might be useful against the boss, I don't know yet. Kiran's gonna block this tile for 1 round, which would keep everybody else safe, and... Okay, I think we're good to go. I kind of... Hang on a minute. This is always a mistake whenever I do this, but setting the NPC to roam, they're not anywhere near me at this point, and I kind of want those guys to live a little bit longer, if at all possible. So I think having them be proactive and take revenge on that sniper, mainly. Or run away and heal, which is also good. Like I said, this is going to get a bit more out of it. That guy burns the house. I expected him to do that. Oh, that wasn't the case. That house was not on fire in the background. I forgot about that detail. Pretty cool, honestly. Nice touch. Sniper's going to go for Joffrey. I expected that, but he's got a javelin equipped, so he's going to be able to do some work. This Swordmaster is, well, if nothing else, he's food for Danvid or Khalil. In fact, it is either or, because this is a smorgasbord we're building for ourselves here. Look at this. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But like I said, he would have taken more attacks on the chin, and okay, we gotta move. Like I said, the more I wait, the more these soldiers are gonna come up, and this is just gonna get annoying at this point. These guys can't do anything for 1 turn, but I think I can... I would need to finish off more than 1 or more of these guys. I can talk. And I think the best way to do that is to just kind of make moves that are as aggressive as possible. That stings. It stings a lot, actually. So Makalov can take over for Kiran, which opens me up to do this. Like I said, I think the mindset is just going to be attack, 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 because otherwise... And, ooh, I'm going to need... Okay, I'm going to need some backup for that. I'm going to need a lot of backup for that, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, so... This is safe if Danvin can take care of this guy, which he can't. At the same time, I kind of don't know what else to do with, Wait, Astrid? Astrid, let's do it. If you sink this, this'll open up a world of possibilities. Nice. This is why we buy longbows, or at least hold on to 1 or 2. Alright, you, yeah, hold this. Hold this L. I feel like if the boss would have moved, he would have moved last turn. Because I think he had an opportunity to attack Joffrey and he didn't do it. I'll take that. I'll take it. HP and skill are useful. We've gotten, like, a couple fantastic level-ups and then a bunch that are just kind of mediocre. That's kind of run-of-the-mill with these guys. They can surprise you, but more often than not, they don't. What is your... Okay. You're gonna run over here and burn the house down, which is... Okay. If this guy doesn't move, this guy definitely does, so... Can you finish this guy off with your javelin? You can! That... Man, Astrid just really opened up a lot of possibilities for me. This is turning into a very nifty domino effect. Well, that hopefully won't backfire. With level-ups like that, it probably won't. I would like him to get a bit more defense, but I have ways of fixing that. I don't know what Danvid's growth rates are at all, if I'm being perfectly honest, so... I don't even know why he's stuck around, but, eh, whatever. Who's better on the defense here? Okay, so I think both of them have 17 defense. They do, so I kind of want Makalov to block this off because this lets me move Marcia up here and heal, or maybe stay like right here and heal might be a little bit better. I'm missing out on some chip, but I think I will be okay just missing out on it. Okay, and then we can do that. That's gonna block off that soldier, and that's also gonna mean that you can do it, I believe in you! That might just run away, now that I think about it. It's what we wanted to have happen. And that house, I think, if I can find a way to extinguish it, maybe with Astrid's. Ooh, nice! I guess that might have been the threshold for doubling. Yeah, he's gonna run, which means I actually need to pay attention. More importantly, I didn't check this guy. Oh, we're fine. Dink. Like I said, I would like for the Halberdier to die, but still getting more, huh? I would like for this Halberdier to die, but if he doesn't, then I can live without that Steel Lance, but... Okay, that's free for whoever wants it, and I think I can move Joffrey into range at least, because the boss will attack him on enemy phase if I do that, and yeah, this is okay, so I have to give this to Joffrey, but that's free, so I might as well take it. Sweet. Send the hand axe to the convoy, actually. think I might as well, like I said, I'm trying to give kills over to Khalil, so we'll just do this. Yes, that could have been given to Astrid instead, but hey, whatever. Not a big deal for me. Alright, put out the fire. And you guys can't move, and these guys also can't do anything. We got a bit of a traffic jam down here, but that just makes for easier picking, so not with that though. Use your javelin, Marcia. Well, you tried. I could have Chiran run back down here, which might actually be the best use of my time. Because I don't think he's going to be... How do you do against the boss? Kinda well, from what I remember. He's got Weapon Triangle. I think it's better if he stays up here. We'll just have Magalov tank for a little bit longer, and... You do 11, right? And there's no crit, so... Yeah, you can... Everybody stay put. Nobody move. Nobody move. Absolutely nobody. Oh, crap! I forgot about that sniper. That could be a problem. Oh, you get... Yeah. So if I extinguish a house, these guys immediately run for the next one. That's... Interesting point of fact. I don't know if... Okay, good. That guy is gonna... That warrior is just the dodgiest motherfucker, and here comes work. I am Joffrey, commander of Crimean Royal Knights. Do you command these men? Knight of Crimea, you are clearly guilty of treason against the Benion Empire. Do you understand what it means to send an army against us? You've just killed your people. You have been warned. Queen Valencia will not accept further acts of violence or banditry within our borders. Withdraw your troops immediately, or I cannot guarantee your safe return. Decide quickly. How dare you take that tone with me? I'll put you in your place. Oh, that's a crit. I just recognized. Alright, the Brave Lance did the Lord's work, so that's good. Ooh, more off the port bow. We gotta move. This is, well, this could be easier, I guess. How do you... That's way too dicey for me. Astrid, do you even do any damage? No. Chiran will with his hand axe, which is... Actually, I can give this to Khalil. I'll do that, actually, unless if that crits and suddenly that turns into a very amusing kill steal. I don't want anybody to die to a 1% crit chance, so... This is an easy kill because this guy's a moron. If I remember right, sending Astrid against this guy is literally suicide. Alright, I need a way of dealing 4 damage without getting own zone in return, and the only person that can do that comfortably is... not even Chiran, shit. I guess the best option is to kill him with Joffrey, like I said. I've got to take a tiny risk, so I might as well... make a quick save state here, because dying to flute crits at the very end of the map is very annoying, and I don't want to have that happen. Dog of Crimea, I'll crush you! He's probably bleeding from the hip here and saying that, I don't know. You're level 12, you're gonna be level 10 off of this. And neither of these guys carry anything worth mentioning. We might as well try for a kill on one of these guys, even though I don't think Sharan is fast enough to double any of them. Like I said, chip damage is always useful. That is perfect, so we might as well kind of repurpose Joffrey to try for something down here. Lovely. Okay, that's... I mean, doesn't he get capped stats already? He totally does. Okay, so I would like him to get strength, but he already capped it, so that's perfectly fine. I think I need the Silver Axe to get a guarantee here. I'm glad I left these guys with some good equipment, because I don't know what I would have done otherwise. I forget if Danvet comes with that Killer Lance or I equipped it on him. Either way, we're out of here. Who said fire can't beat rock? Nobody, that's it. Crisis averted. Thank God we reduced him into that smoking crater. I'll take that level up out of that. That's pretty okay. The Empire will not forget this. Once our main forces arrive, they will slaughter you like cattle. Good. The enemy's retreating. Knights, stay here and help fix the damage done to this village. Good work, Joffrey. You set them running. Lucia, what are you doing here? I'm here to protect Her Majesty. Superb work, Joffrey. You have my thanks. Your Majesty, forgive me. I could not avoid a confrontation with the Imperial Army. It wasn't your fault, Joffrey. However, I'm afraid our situation continues to deteriorate. Lucia, I appoint you as envoy to negotiate a treaty with the commander of the Imperial Army. They might be willing to listen now. I shall leave immediately, Your Majesty. I know. Like I said, I know what's coming. Sorry, my mic cut off. I just had to clear my nose for a minute. Senator Valtome, I sincerely regret having to meet under these circumstances. Ooh, here we go. Oh, I completely agree, Your Majesty. I never dreamed we'd suffer so much mistreatment from our allies. So you've decided that Crimea will side with Gallia and honor the alliance with those filthy subhumans over ours? As I've said before, Crimea remains neutral. Crimea will side neither with Benion nor the Laguz alliance. That is my final answer. Ah, then please enlighten me. Why prevent us from getting what we needed? Benion is your suzerain. You should be delighted to comply with our request for supplies. But instead, you launch an ambush and inflict horrible pain on us, your loving guardians. Now, Benion is a patient parent, but I do hope you realize that your actions thus far have amounted to treason and sedition. You have violated our borders, stolen from my people, and inflicted harm upon them. I will not allow such actions in my lands, no matter who the aggressor may be. How quaint. Your Majesty, do you know what the penalties for the crimes you've committed are? I can only assume you do not, or you would not have rashly endangered your life. But don't worry, Queen Elincia. Once Benion has your crown, along with your head, removed for treason, I'm sure we will take very good care of your people. Senator Valtome! I think after the dust is settled, I'll place my portrait right over your throat. It was a pleasure chatting with Your Majesty. I am leaving now. She's all yours, General. Your Majesty, Please forgive my superior officer's insolence. Wait, I recognize you. You came to our aid some time ago, during the Mad King's War. General Zelgis, wasn't it? Yes, Your Majesty. This is the second time I've had the honor of seeing you. I sincerely apologize for my army's actions during the resupply operation. Please forgive us. The Benioff Empire and the Apostle gave us much support in our reconstruction effort. Crimea will always appreciate Benioff's generosity. However, Crimea and Gallia are allies. As such, we cannot take a side in this quarrel. Please understand. I understand, Your Majesty. Our forces will refrain from levying supplies while in Crimea. Oh, thank you for your understanding. However, I must ask you to agree on these 2 points. First, the Imperial Army shall be given leave to pass through Crimea toward Gallia. Second, we shall be allowed to engage the Gallian army in towns near the Crimea-Gallia border. Excuse me? This peace talk is meaningless! You would still do battle and spill blood within our borders? I'm afraid this is the best I can offer. It's sometimes necessary to cut your losses for the greater good. Please think on it. Tomorrow, my army will begin marching toward Gallia. If the Crimean army does not interfere, I will take it as a sign of agreement. Farewell, Your Majesty. General Zelgius, please wait! Does the Apostle know anything about this war with the Lagoons? It's just very hard for me to believe. Is this war truly the will of the Apostle? That is not for me to answer, Your Majesty. Then at least tell me this. Is the Apostle safe? Excuse me, I must go. General. That Valtome guy's got a mouth on him. Ugh, anyway, we got through that. Except for that one rocky start, I managed to play that out pretty well. Yeah, honestly, the only lesson learned is, like, check for snipers and don't be too aggressive about it. Yeah, that's all I got. Next chapter. Got a lot of bonus XP out of that, too. That was the main reason to save all those houses.
After Alencia's meeting with Valtome, the Crimean Royal Knights returned to the capital of Melior, leaving the border villages between Crimea and Gallia completely undefended. The Benioff Central Army crosses the border once more, but Crimea makes no move to march against it. Valtome sees this in action as a sign of Crimea's capitulation to Benioff's demands. The Benioff forces occupy the Crimean castles and forts on the border with Gallia and prepare to launch their attack. The Laguz alliance finally makes its way back to Gallia, but word of Benioff's approach allows them no time for rest. The news that Gallia's ally Crimea has allowed Benioff to travel through its lands comes as a great blow to the Laguz alliance.
Chapter 10, The Heart of Crimea. According to our scouts, the enemy is split into 2 forces. One is east of the Earth's mountains. The other is approaching from the north by crossing through Crimea. So, they plan on flanking Gallia from the north and east. If we don't stop them, this is gonna hurt. Agreed. What is the Crimean army doing? From what the scouts have said, nothing at all. I'm guessing they're waiting to see how everything pans out. Crimea let Benioff pass without a fight? What about their alliance with Gallia? It's not that simple, Skravir. Benioff is Crimea's suzerain state. It's difficult for Crimea to refuse Benioff's demands. A suzerain what? Someone explain to me what that means. How can I explain? Alright, how's this? Benioff still holds political power over countries that won independence from them. Anything you want to add, Ike? Don't look at me. I've always thought the whole idea was ridiculous. Never mind what he means. Has Crimea broken its treaty with us? Not as such. I didn't say it was right, just that it was complicated. It's not complicated at all. Crimea has betrayed Gallia. We cannot allow this pass. How dare... Control yourself, Skravir. You're acting like a fool. My apologies, Your Majesty. It is just... I doubt that Crimea is sided with Benion. Queen Alencia is very clever, and I will not stop trusting her judgment just yet. She most likely allowed the Imperial Army to pass through her lands in order to avoid a slaughter. Who is this Bjork Queen who warrants so much trust? Please enlighten us. She is a delightful woman, both in matter and in reign. Her late father, King Ramon, and I forged an alliance between Bjork and Laguz. We sought to bring our peoples closer. She has taken her father's ideals as her own, and strives to create a country where anyone, Bjork or Laguz, can live free and in peace. How times have changed. I never would have dreamed of a time where such a Bjork ruler would exist. I must admit, I still have doubts. I don't blame you, my brother. Change has been slow, but the circle of acceptance in Tellius has been widening. As you can see, both Leanne and I have many Bjork friends. Queen Alencia of Crimea is one of them. Both the king and Grayson speak well of this woman. Is she truly so special? She truly is. But right now, that's beside the point. The most important thing is, Alencia will never betray her allies in Gallia. I couldn't agree more. We can trust her. Alright, let's assume for now that Crimea will not aid the Empire in any military fashion during this conflict. Hawk King, let's hear your thoughts. Well, if Crimea won't make a move, then I see no reason to wait until the Empire reaches Gallia. I prefer to take an army up north and end this mess for good. Very well. Ike, do the Grail mercenaries have anything to add? I agree with Tabarn's idea. We should strike while their army is split in half. I'm pretty sure that General Zelgius will be there, though. We'd better be careful. Very well. Hawk King, may I ask that your forces protect the eastern border? While they do that, I would like you to lead our strike force to the northern border. Take Ranulf with you as well. Send me too, Your Majesty. Please, let me reclaim my honor. I beg of you. I second that, Your Majesty. Skramir is perfect for this mission. Ranulf? Very well. Will you look after him, Hawk King? Sure, I can handle him. He's easier to keep under control than you are, Lion King. He's all yours then. Now, everyone, prepare to leave before daybreak. We are all depending on you. Like it or not, it's once more under the breach. We're back with Ike's team, and we've got a... Well, like I said, Chapter 9 was basically an intermission while we figure out what the Crimean Knights are up to, because the plot hasn't really mattered for them up till this point. Don't know how else to word it. Got an extra crossbow here, I'm gonna drop that off. This map is weird. This is another map that I think very heavily favors cavalry, and these two are gonna have to do a lot, and I do mean a lot of work. It's to the point where I might actually need to give... Wait a minute. Take... Nice, perfect. This is where all my axe reserves, and to some extent my reserves of other weapons, are going to come into play. Mia and Ike have enough going on for them that I'm not worried about swords. Although that forged weapon is seeing a little bit worse for wear, but I can still make that work. Same thing goes for Gatry. His equipment is fine. He's mainly going to be on defensive duty. This is a map where I absolutely have to go fast. There is no compromise here. More to the point, this is another map where I wish I had some... maybe more anti-cavalry weapons than anti-armor weapons. I did expend the last uses of my hammer, but even still, what can I give you, Har? Hand axe, and I'll bust the short axe out. This is really a map where I think pulling out all the stops is going to be useful. I don't know if I'm going to bring... I think I am going to bring Nathany if deployment slots allow. The units that I need to bring are Har, Oscar, Titania, and maybe Ulki and Janaf if the situation calls for it. Nep is kind of in a really good spot right now. I don't really need to level her up too much more. She's going to get more out of bonus XP than anything else. Same thing kind of goes for Har, but like I said, I need to move fast, and I need a unit that can just punch through stuff and keep going, and Har is that to a T, especially with the Nullify skill. That being said, what do we have for... Oh, we got one. This is pretty important. Welcome back, you two. Jifka, apologies for worrying you. You persevered through many difficult battles. We are glad to have you back in one piece. Each and every soldier in the army helped me. I couldn't do anything by myself. Alone, I was powerless. That's good. If that's what you learned from this campaign, then it wasn't a wasted effort for Gallia. Good work, Renald. Thank you, sir. Skrimir, come here. I have something from the king. What is this? It's a Satori sign. It is said to bring out the hidden power of the Lagoos. Amazing! Here, it's yours. Renald, you should take it. What? Why? The king said it was for you. Yes, but you've been looking after me. It's a sign of my appreciation. Skrimir. Very well, Renald. This is yours to keep. Alright, thank you, sir. Skrimir, you reply to his thanks. Yes. You're welcome. I am grateful for your continued support. Of course, General. Skrimir, he's so adorably awkward right now. As it should be. So, we've got 2 Satori signs on Renald, and I'm gonna stick them both in the inventory. I think... Yeah, I'm gonna need the extra Olivet Grass to go to Renald, possibly a Lagoo Stone too. He's forced deployed on this next map, and he's basically got the equipment that I would want him to have right now. Excuse me. We've got 3 of these, and I think, honestly, Ulti, Janap, and Renald are... They're the 3 units that I think I'm probably going to use those signs on. There's nobody else really left in the game, now that I think about it, that I would want to have mastery skills on. These 2 having Tear is just going to let me run Wild, which is their mastery skill, and Renald can get Rend, which is actually really fun. That being said, how much Vex do I have at the moment? Ike doesn't really need it. I have a lot, actually. I should be using it. This is around the point where units, especially on the Grail Mercenary side of the roster, really benefit from me just forcing level ups with bonus XP. Because she would not have gotten defense there had I not done that. Yeah, we'll do this for Shan. Hopefully he gets defense out of this. He did. Nice. That's another stat that I don't have to worry about. And I can even get... Yeah, I can get 1 more level up out of this. Getting people to 20, I think, is going to be the priority here. Gatry, I think... Like I said, it's... I think I can get 1 more good level up out of it. 1. So I think I'm going to do that instead. Boyd hasn't capped a single stat yet, although he is fairly close, so we'll just leave him be for the time being. Rice is about where I'd want him to be. Same thing goes for Mist. This is a map where I'm going to need multiple healers, but I still think I can't afford physics stabs yet. I don't even think I have the opportunity to buy them now that I think about it. And as for these 2, they've both capped exactly 1 stat, and... I don't even know if this is worth it. This might be. But I think for Titania, we could just kind of let her level up organically from now forward. And everybody else, like, Har's not going to level up off of this mission, and this is worth it for Soren, so we'll do that. I was a bit worried about Soren's level. 17 is about where I'd want him to be at this point in the game, and leveling up strength is completely pointless. I would rather level up defense. What's going on? Like, 9 defense is actually really bad for this point in the game, but... Sure, fine, why not? I still have potential to get, like, maybe +2 out of it before he promotes. Because knowing him, he's probably going to get HP, Strength, Luck again, but then Strength is capped, so I would force Defense to go up at that point. So, we'll worry about it then. As for Ike, I'd just rather not burn any on him at this point. We're at the point where I think everybody that I would want to get a ton of level ups in has them. Neff is the only one who's a little bit behind the curve, but if I'm being perfectly honest, she's at the point where she's going to have no problem catching up once I get there. Did I get any... No, I don't have any extra skills, okay. And if I remember right, the bargain selection only has Oh, it's good. Yo, do you want grass? We got grass. Look at all this shit. This is ridiculous. It's not like I have a lot of money to spare, but I don't think I need it either, because, yeah, this group can still... We can't get silver weapons here yet, which is a bit unfortunate, but we don't really need them. I could use an extra hand axe, but let me check other people's inventories first, because... Oh, Boyd's got 2, but they're pretty low in durability. I think Brahms is also kind of low. Where is he at? There he is. Oh no, his stuff is pretty good. Why don't you give that to Har, because he's going to need all the stuff he can get. Yeah, so we're still pretty good on supplies, and we'll stay that way, I think, for this next upcoming map. As for supports, yeah, okay, this one can... My C support can go up, that's good. That's extra attack for Mia, which is always nice to have. And then... This is going to be really good. Yeah, really, really nice. Well, kind of. The extra hit and avoid's good. I would have liked more defense, but I can't get that yet. And then everybody else that I would want to have at their respective supports is already at A, so that's perfect. Nope, not yet. I gotta check. I think no, Khalil definitely got MVP. Yeah, I was like, there's no way in hell. That's 15,000 XP. That's really freaking good. In fact, like, see, I got... That is, I think, about double what I got on the map that I talked about where I got so many before. That's ridiculous. That's why playing the optional objectives is really important, because once that does become available to me, that's gonna be very, very stupid. Like, good God, it's actually... Almost makes me want to start churning this stuff out like candy, but... Honestly, why not? Go for it, Neff. You earned it. You earned it by sitting back on the last map and not really doing a hell of a lot. It's alright with me. That's pretty good. Extra defense is just really good on a halberdier overall. Let's go ahead and save, and I'm gonna take a break real quick just to, you know, just get refreshed, because this next map is a little bit frustrating, shall we say. See you in a bit. Alright, I'm back. So, I guess a bit of a housekeeping before we get back into the action. You might have noticed the little follower goal at the top, or I don't know where it is on the stream overlay. Give me a minute. Yeah, actually, I don't know where it is. Forgive me. You might notice the goal somewhere that I set for the channel. We are trying to hit 50 followers. That's mainly for affiliate purposes, but if we do hit 50 followers, I might plan something. I don't know what it is yet. I kind of set the goal right before I went live. But, yeah, well, I'll think of something is my point. Trust me. Trust me on this one. Trust me, I'm a professional. And by professional, I mean, I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. Alright, before I head out here, let me just check inventories real quick. So, one person I'm worried about is Gatry, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm not that worried about it. And then you can hold on to that coin. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with it. Shannon, you already have a crossbow, right? Yeah. I've got 3 of these when I should realistically only have 2. It's just how things be. And then I'll take the... Like I said, diversify my options here so I'm not burning through the silencer super fast. Alright, let's get out of here. No point sitting around in Galia for too long. Insects of Benion, we'll show you the power of the beast tribe. Bjork scum, for the raising of our homes, will make you wish you'd never been born. Filthy subhumans, this war ends now. Prepare yourselves. A Bjork army is approaching from the hill to the left, that flag. It's the Crimean army. The Crimean knights intend to side with the Empire after all! Valencia, what are you doing? Wee-hee-hee! Finally, they see the light and are coming to fight with us! Excellent. Took them long enough. I suppose when you have the brain of a gnat, these things take some time to sink in. I am Queen Valencia of Crimea. I have a message for the commanders of both armies. I am here to declare the will of Crimea and its people. Crimea has been ruled under the ideals of peace and equality since the reign of my father, King Ren. As such, I cannot and will not allow you to spill the blood upon our land. Therefore, I demand that both the Laguz Alliance and the Imperial Army leave Crimea at once. Withdraw our troops, you foolish girl! We will not be ordered about by the proclamations of a peasant like you! Puppet rulers such as yourself should stay inside pretty castles and play dress-up. Benion's patience is worn out. After we finish slaughtering the subhumans, we'll be coming for you in Melior. Commander of the Laguz Alliance, how do you respond? You have some serious guts, jumping into the middle of a battlefield all by yourself. But your high and mighty beliefs don't change the fact that Benion must answer for its crimes. Step aside. Very well. I have heard from both commanders, then... This is Crimea's answer. We will not sway by our ideals. My countrymen stand united. We will not use force, but we are willing to do whatever it takes to end this here and now. What? Have you lost your mind? I thought you were the craziest Bjork I'd ever met, but you have some serious competition. Crimea's queen is one tough woman. Your Majesty, I like your style. Skirmir, I can't let such a pretty woman down. Let's get out of here. Of course, the Beast Tribe will not use our claws against unarmed Bjork. Soldiers, back to the forest. Thank you, King Tabarn. This is only temporary. The war between the Laguz Alliance and Benyon isn't finished yet. Yes, I understand that. Even so, I want you all to know where Crimea stands in this. Hey, you and I should get together and chat sometime. I'll be seeing you again soon. General Zelgius, what are your orders? Shall we launch an attack? No, we will withdraw. Are you certain, General? Could you cast aside your weapon while surrounded by armed soldiers? I don't know, sir. No, probably not. Queen Alencia has done something that even I would be hard-pressed to do. For that, we must show our respect. Stop this instant! Where do you think you're going? Attack those mangy beasts! Please forgive my audacity. However, we are withdrawing. Every battle ebbs and flows. To go against these tides is unwise. Please understand, Senator. You self-righteous fool! You'll understand something else once we're through with this battle! I don't want to go back yet. Do we have time to talk to Alencia? It has been a long time since we last saw Queen Alencia. We should at least say hello. Sure, sounds great to me. There's probably not much time for small talk, but we'll see. Soldiers! Kill the Queen of Crimea! That girl is a traitor to Benyon! Whoa, this isn't good. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're after Queen Alencia. So much for Imperial honor. Grail mercenaries? Looks like we have our old job back. Protect Queen Alencia. I knew it. Follow me, my knights. We shall protect Her Majesty. No, guys, stay back. We got it. It's okay. God damn it. Kill every living thing that stands in our way. Show them that I know the Senate controls this pathetic land. Of course, Senator Bartolome. I'd be happy to kill the wench. You know, this guy's got one coming to him. I'd say it's about time we serve up a plate of, I don't know, pompous ass on a platter. I don't know where he's going with that. So, yeah, Icon Renal for force deployed. We've got a good deployment limit here. If I remember right, there's actually some good stuff to steal, other than maybe swapping out one person out of this group. I don't want it to be missed. Give me a minute. I might have to swap one unit out, but that's almost everybody that I would want to deploy. I kind of have to deploy Har here. He's too important to leave behind. As far as actual deployment slots go, okay, Hammer. I swear one of these guys had a Horse Slayer. Okay, I might be thinking of another one. Yeah, so this is a very cavalry-centric army. I've got to watch it, but... Actually, I think with Nullify, I don't even have to worry about this guy. Colbert. You'll notice the Benyon army is withdrawn, and I can't actually see what's going on here, but it's not the Central Army anymore. It's just one group that's led by this scum of the earth. Yeah, Sergi here he's a piece of work. His stats are fairly high, but he's not really the biggest threat to your army. I think I forget if he moves to attack, but pay attention to this group. Notice how many bows are here? That'll be important later, because, as you remember, Alencia is flying on a Pegasus. Unarmed. She's also a green unit. You know how green units behave. The good news is that this whole contingent, like basically all of the Crimean units along with a bunch of extra guys, we can't control these guys, but they are very good at trying to keep her alive. The problem is that they will immediately charge for the boss after a set amount of time. Their AI is programmed to do this, and I have no idea why. They're programmed to go up here, presumably to, like, I don't know, have a staring contest with Valtome. I don't frickin' get it, but... The green units here are as stupid as they can get, and the only way that I can really fix this is to have a bunch of units, basically all my mounted units, immediately rush this top objective, just to make sure that I can stop her, basically save Alencia from herself at this point. Because her stats are good, but this won't hold out for her. She won't hold out forever, especially with nothing in her inventory. Don't worry about the stuff that Ludwig had, by the way. That, I think, all went into storage, and I'll be honest, I don't really need that Tomahawk. Everybody also comes with the stuff that they already have, so it's not that big of a deal, but that people are in the state that they're in, or something like that. I don't know what I'm doing with this. The point is that one unit is unfortunately going to have to sit this out, and as much as I don't like... I actually forgot. Hang on a minute. Hang on, go back. I forgot about something. Boyd, I don't think needs this. Boyd might be the unit that has to sit out, because this is a map where things can go completely topsy-turvy really fast. I think I might give the Celerity skill to Ike, just because he's one of the best units at dealing with all the Cavaliers that show up. So I can have him just run for where Alincy is at with my mounted units, and then they can kind of prevent a lot of stuff from going awry. I don't want Nephine to sit this out, but she might end up sitting it out, just because I didn't really prep her for battle either. That's kind of on me. Oh, yeah. Does Oscar need the... I'll keep it on him. There's no harm in having it. In fact, there's probably a good reason I did that, so that, yeah, he could use his, he could get more benefit out of it than anybody else, really. These two are outfitted. Do I have any spare lances to give? Short spear, steel lance, I'll take it. So, we gotta make room for Har somehow, and I need Mist. I think I'm gonna need Boyd just for that support option, just to flex that. I need Racing for the extra moves. I need these two pretty badly on this map. Is Shannon the unit that I dropped? There's not a lot of really good incentive to use him. The other thing I'm going to do, actually, is we're going to take the Wormslayer back out for a spin, because it just seems like a really good idea. It might honestly be Boyd, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of looking at this group up and down, and... okay. Let me check something real quick here. Actually, I'm going to use good old War of Dragons for this instead, because it's going to be a little bit faster. If I remember right, there's a good amount of stuff to steal on this mission, but it might honestly just be more annoying. Okay, it's mostly... yeah, this is what I remember now. See this group over here? All of these guys have men's staff, or I think one of the guy... yeah, the bishop closer to the boss has a physics staff. We can steal all of those, or at the very least their L-Light tomes. Those are good for selling, if nothing else. I think I've got enough for... Rice for basically the rest of the game. He's basically the only unit that I have where I'd really be using them. So, what I'm honestly thinking is... out of this group, I don't really know who I want to cut, because I want to see if I can steal some of the... stealing the staves is a classic trick of mine, and it honestly makes my life a lot easier. But at the same time, if Heather's basically... we're at the point where these guys are strong enough to the point where it would actually be very, very annoying for me to have to deal with them. Does R sit this map out again? That might not be a good idea. He doesn't need the XP, but... You know what, honestly, like I said, I don't like taking chances on this map because there's a very good chance that things could go completely wrong for us, so... Sorry, couldn't reach the mic in time for that one. Let me see if I can do this. If I fail this map once, I'm just gonna bust out the Har situation and we're just gonna wreak havoc. But one thing I will do to make up the difference, though, because Like I said, Har doesn't need really anything at this point. He's ready to go for the rest of the game, but I will give him this. Just to make up for the fact that I won't be using him, and I would probably be doing this anyway. That's about as good as we're gonna get. 11 resistance on Har is kind of stupid for this point in the game anyway, so I'll take it. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make use of what I can here. I might not need Mist, if I'm being perfectly honest, but I figured I'd bring most of, like, the main crew log just so that they can go to town here. Physical damage dealers at the front. We'll need Shinon for indirect fire. Mia's gonna be tagging along with Ike and everybody else, even though I'm probably gonna have to... I'll do that just because we can keep our supports together, and that'll mean that Rayson can kind of help Mia move off. Or Rice, potentially, because of how splitting units up. Let's go ahead and save here. This is a map that can go completely sideways if the situation really ends up falling out that way, or... You know what? I don't think I need those med stabs, if I'm being honest. We're gonna get... Money is gonna stop being an issue pretty soon. And this just makes my life a hell of a lot more sane. Or this is a decision that will actually keep me sane. So, yeah. Like I said, as much as I would like to get some of those items, I don't really need them. Without... You know what? Stick to the original plan. Stick to the original plan. I'll worry about getting Har up to speed another time. He's been doing a lot of good work for us, so might as well give him some time off. Lord knows he would appreciate it. And I will swap your position. Gonna let the music play out real quick. Hang on a minute. I don't know if Wings of Vengeance is exactly the speed that I'm looking for on this map, but it certainly seems that way. One of the original plans I had in mind for this map was to just deploy Ulti, Jannath, Har, and basically every unit with insanely high mobility and just blitz where Alencia is, but no matter. Alright, so what I can kind of do, actually, is, Oh, is Ike too freaking jacked for Renault to shove? 13 weight to... Oh, 9 con to 12. That's hilarious. Void can do it, but Void needs to be over here. And this is where I immediately recognize that we have a bit of a problem here. Alright, I guess I'm not seeing the talk combo that Ike has with Alencia quite yet, but anybody with the celerity skill can kind of cover for Har here, who this is what I would be using Har for, is what you're seeing with Ike. Just rush, 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 because if you don't, things go very wrong very quickly. I might be able to keep Soren with him. This is probably going to be like a extremely fast units plus Rice, I guess, just to... Rice and Mia, because otherwise... I need to send very aggressive units up here, otherwise we're gonna risk getting bogged down, and I don't want that. Alright, Neff, might as well go for it. Neff was another unit I was considering benching for this map, but... I think she still gets a little bit of benefit out of combat EXP, despite all the stat capping, so might as well. I don't know if this is another map where I want to use that Lagoose. Oh, I don't even have one. I'll wait a little bit before I start, you know, smoking all that grass, because otherwise it's not gonna be the most beneficial quite yet. I also need to keep in mind Rayson's range, because I really don't... If Alincy is at risk, he's definitely at risk, is where I'm going with that. Why don't you... I think you can... Yeah, you can safely do this. I don't know how many of these guys are packing javelins, but might as well get some of this shit in right now. Alright. Next up... Like I said, we just gotta die full tilt, so... Let's see if I can get the crit out of this. Nice. That is why we give him the killer weapon. And yeah, that's perfectly fine. No Horse Slayer, but I can live with that. I might be getting one soon, who knows? Alright, come on, roll me a winner. That's something. I don't know if that's what I wanted, but it's something. Yeah, that's... Like I said, resistance is harder to get on a general, so I guess I'll take that. Heather, you've got to keep pace with everybody else, because I might actually need you to shift here for a minute. Renolf, I have no idea what to do with you. I'll let Oscar pick this up as a bit of a drive-by. Gotta use the short spear, but it's worth it. You also get no XP out of this. This is a little wild. Not what I expected, but it'll do. No, you'd think he'd have speed by now, but I guess not. Oscar's level ups have admittedly been a little bit more mediocre than I would have expected. Okay. Oscar, let's fight back to back, guarding each other through the battle. I would be honored to fight at your side. It's always better to work together. You guys are on horseback. That's going to be a little hard if you wanted to RP, like in Gatry in that one cutscene. Mia, keep pace. You've got an important job to do, and it's turning any overgrown lizards into lunch. I can't stop this, but... Yeah, especially if they do this hit-and-run bullshit. I can, thankfully, be grateful for dodges. Those always help. Okay, and there's... Yeah, this whole... Everybody... When Faltome said you need to kill the queen, he meant it. Part of me can't think of kill the queen without thinking of the naked gun, but that's a me problem more than anything else. I must kill the queen. That's probably what all these guys are saying. And you're gonna run back with the coward. The important thing, and the reason I need basically all of my indirect fire headed in the western or in the eastern direction is because there's renewal coming into play. She's not moving. That's almost commendable. Yeah, so the nice thing is that these guys basically, they all cluster around the queen for warmth or something, but it's after this initial contingent rolls around, or after this initial contingent is dealt with, they will start to go for the boss, and we really don't want that. The other thing I have to keep track of, and the main reason I sent Bryce up there, is because keeping the... This is another instance where keeping the green units alive is actually to our benefit. Is that... No, that's not free pickings. At the very least, I'd like to keep the named allied units alive. I can't stop these guys from being overly aggressive idiots, but these bishops, they both have, as you can see, they both have physics staves, and they prioritize healing Valencia from what I remember. So, we can rely on them to kind of help us in. Yeah. Like I said, at least they're good at finishing what they started. That guy's off in no man's land, so I gotta watch him. General Zelgius, Senator Valtome is about to run down the Queen of Crimea. That useless parasite, attacking an unarmed woman? This is beneath even him. The Crimean army and a part of the Laguz Alliance have joined battle in order to rescue the Queen. They are fighting Senator Valtome. Shall we assist the Senator? Prepare to leave. We are not fighting. But General, that would mean we abandon Duke Hulbert's force. I will take all responsibility for this. Make my command clear to all of the men. I will not accept more units joining this fight. You would think that means no reinforcements, but no, you'd be wrong. They come from, I think, these tiles over here, and then they come from over here by the boss. Gotta keep track of you with that killing edge. Good thing I checked. I think the bow paladins are probably the biggest pain in the ass in addition to the wyverns, but we have a Mia that can deal with that. Speaking of which, like I said, time to start turning these guys in chop suey. Valtome's running everybody along like he owns the place. Every place, and I think it's about time he got what's coming to him. Alright, you two, dive, dive, dive! These are all units that I can fortunately send into play, no problem. Renault will be online next turn too, so I can start having him do the work, if need be. So, the Bishop only healed up one of these guys, so... Yeah, you are not really a problem for me, so... I think we just advance our line forward and then use our indirect units just to pick up the scraps. This is gonna be a bit of a pain to get. Maybe don't, Neff. Why don't we have Gatry deal with this guy? Steel Poleaxe, I think it's fine. This is where we kind of run into a problem too much... Just too much metal is in the way. Yeah, go for this. That hand axe will break next turn, but that's perfectly fine. That poleaxe is a nasty, nasty piece of work. And I'm gonna keep Rice at a distance just so, yeah, because I think if I keep him right here, and I'll try to keep support pairings together, like I was saying earlier. Before we have a chat, yeah, that's safe. Titania, I don't mean to impugn your abilities, but would you like to team up with me? Oh, I agree. If we guard each other, we could fight with much greater strength. Did say that I wasn't gonna comment. Not saying anything. Not talking. Just doing stupid things like banking on critical hits, not talking. Might as well have Ike charge in. No support partner, but hey, he doesn't get hit anyway. And if he lives, he can take like 4 or 5 more hits. Yeah, why don't you shove... Oh, you can't shove him? What the hell? 9, 14, 6... Am I missing something with the math here? Like... Alright, well, Shannon can frontline if need be, or he can just crunch through this guy. A crit would seal the deal here, but I kinda don't want one. Oh, never mind. Shannon does what he wants to do. No compromises. I'm gonna need probably... Geisha with Provoke will probably do perfectly fine here. What I need to do is, that, for starters. This is where the support really comes in handy. Because now suddenly Gatry takes, like, no damage from everything but the bishops, and the bishops are gonna be busy healing people. Do you have anything that I can yoink? You don't. Heather combat unit? Question mark? I mean, no, but it's funny. I'll take 1 off of that. Hunt him down. That's the other reason to keep Soren forward as far as possible, is just to get gone. Grayson, how far can you move? That is a bit annoying. I can't shove anybody! What's happening? How far down can I move you without literally one time? I think Nephany was 1 tile too far away anyway. The problem with the way that I pivoted is that, yeah, this is not the best decision-making I've ever made. I need you to have the Javelin equipped, because otherwise, yeah. These guys are probably all going to go for Gatry anyway, but... Anyway, yeah, let's shove you again one more time, and I think that puts... That puts Daunt in range for a couple people. Live, buddy, live! Yeah, these guys are only going to go for my units if they have no other choice. We're the opponent here. But the extra defense that we got from bonus experience is really going to come in handy. Put that steel blade to work, girl. Love it. Oh, that's not good. Do you double him? Oh, nice dodge. Yeah, these guys are always going to go for the units they can't fight back, but I think where those Halberdiers are positioned, that's honestly kind of okay. The AI is stupid enough to move their own bishops last, so that's actually helpful. Oh, nice. We are getting Daunt off of this. Succubate skill. Gatry does what he's gonna do. And you are... yeah, you're the big problem, I think. That's a big hit on the shin. She's a big girl, she can handle it. Potentially. I hope so. That would be kind of embarrassing if that wasn't the case. Kieran, live, buddy. Come on, you got this. Oh, crap, he's got one more. Nope, okay. God damn it, game. What is happening right now? Why would you all prioritize random targets? This makes no goddamn sense. Alright, there's a... This guy's gonna do like no damage. Or just miss. That also works. Something tells me that I'm gonna catch all of these guys with, like... Oh, never mind, that guy's just dead. I'm gonna catch all the bishops with men's staves equipped instead of anything else. I appreciate any and all opportunities to call the herd here, but this is starting to get a little bit ridiculous. I think Heather can steal from that guy if... Possibly with a shove. Oh, I forgot about this. But I'm not that worried about it. Oh, I could steal his tome. That might even be better. That's fine. Kiran, you gotta run, buddy. Don't even try to be a hero. That's fine. Use that concoction. Do the work. Lucia's another unit that's a bit vulnerable, but I think with Oscar and Titania up there... In fact, I've got to move them... I've got to move my other units forward, I think. Because with any luck, these guys are going to get hung up on this initial group of units that's attacking them. The longer that they take, the more... They're not going to take very long, actually, but... I think once this initial group is dealt with, they're just going to camp out for a little while. Well, hopefully they camp out for a little while. If they immediately start running, then I gotta get them let out. Because the boss will, like I said, just absolutely eviscerate Lucia if he's given the opportunity, and I don't want him to get one. There's still a full health halberdier right there. And there's still this axe guy right here. Although I think in between the three paladins that decided to run topside, yeah, they're probably gonna kill him before I get the chance to do anything. Oh, and we got company. That is awkward. I didn't expect these guys to show up that soon, but Renulfkin definitely could not have filled up his gauge at a better time. Alright, it is safe to move Bryce up at least. Let's go ahead and do that. Wait a minute. Yeah, this trio, I think, is the next big target, and I think if I move my units up to just, like I said, wall, then we're good. Mia, would you let me stay near you? I should be close in case you need healing. We can't lose you. Ooh, I like that plan. If we play to each other's straights, the enemy won't know what hit them. I think they're already reeling, but sure, we can do that. Alright, this is where I think I'm gonna save really fast, because I don't know what coaxes the green units to start moving, but something tells me I don't want to wait around to find out. You, I can steal your tome, I can steal yours, I can't steal yours. That being said, I think we've got a bigger problem. That's the best use of Soren's time, but I need to make sure that everybody else can help out on their turns. More to the point, I need to make sure that, Nephany stays safe, because she is, I think, the most vulnerable right now. That being said, I think maybe healing her up and then having her advance forward might be the best idea, but that means that Mist would have to... If Shannon kills this guy... Oh, he can. Yeah, I'm not worried. I keep forgetting, I have units that are just cracked beyond belief here. All of them are really, really good at their jobs. Steel Lance it up. No crit here, but I think I can even manage, like, a lucky threat kill or something if I play my cards right. It's probably better just to finish this guy off the smart way, but who said anything about playing anything smart? Not me, that's for sure. Alright, I can commit to that, but I need to make sure that's safe before I do it. More importantly, these reinforcements need to die. Vigoring Shannon will let me kill them both, so I think that's probably the best use of this, or the use of my time. Like I said, Renulf can get one of these guys. Like I said, he could probably get this guy. I think it is maybe the best use of his time, but I know Shannon, that's a guaranteed kill if I decide to use him instead. You looked at me funny, but at the same time... I feel like you're just gonna... I feel like this guy's just gonna run away if I... don't finish him off. These guys are both going to attack Geisha and do no damage, so I think this is the smarter play. We're gonna have Renulf jump in here, just because I want to crunch through this wall as fast as possible, and the way that I'm doing this is a little bit risky. I actually probably could have delayed the steal by one turn. Yes, but this is more entertaining. Because what I'm worried about is these guys are gonna go for the two Cavaliers go for Heather over Geishri. I'm kind of relying on Provoke here, which isn't smart, but it's the best that I've got. And I need the second. I gave him the steel bow to prevent this from happening, and I just can't help myself. It's such a good weapon, though. Like, I'd be a fool not to use it. There's 50 freaking uses! It's like an Eddard, but at 2 range. It's awesome. Okay, now we got this guy, these guys topside. I don't think there's a point in not being aggressive here, because the more these guys I can draw out early, the better. Alright, and suddenly now Rice is in a very safe spot. Might as well use up that blade while we're at it. Now, I could... That guy's gonna go for... I think this is pretty... at the same time, it's kind of pointless to do that with Oscar. I want to avoid having him draw too much fire as well, so we're gonna do something like this. Keep supports in range and just let them come to us. That I expected. What the hell? What is happening right now? That is the luckiest bishop in the world. Also, this is Provoke coming into play. He got the same level up twice. That might have actually been the skill cap for all I know. Okay, this is potentially ugly if the green units decide to get aggressive. Because the problem is that guy is in range of the green units. Oscar isn't even like a... My units aren't even really a threat. It's... Or these guys aren't even really a threat to them, but... Okay, that's what I was worried about. Okay, nice dodge. Dink, dink. Okay, provoke again is maybe helping here. How much does this do? Oh, that's perfectly fine. Ooh, I can get a med step thing. I just recognized. Purge. Again, 8 damage. Alright, we'll see how this plays out real fast. But one thing you can count on is the Crimean Knights really, really like to stick together on this map. Which means if a unit like that is left behind, it just becomes infinitely easier to deal with them. More guys from the back. Okay. Like I said, dealing with all these bishops is probably a bigger priority at the moment, but... I need to make sure that's safe first, and the only way that I can do that is if... Yeah, I think these two combined just get stuff done. No other way of phrasing it. God, Remote, I wish. You could probably deal with the bishop here. That's a better use of my time than stealing the Med Staff, but the Med Staff might actually be more useful down the road. I think at this point, the units that... Yeah, I think my priorities have kind of changed a little bit. Because all that's left here are the bishops, and it's really going to be the units that I sent topside that are going to have to deal with most of the units surrounding the boss. Although that doesn't mean that the team that went south can't contribute, it's just that we've kind of secured the bottom location, so... Or we've done a better job securing it, I should say. It's not really secure until this guy's dealt with, and I think Gatry is the best unit to deal with that. And even still, it's a bit of a tall order. How fast is this guy? What gives? .20 speed, and he's got that steel blade, so that makes him a little bit more difficult to deal with. It's another light mage I have to deal with, but I think in between Gatry and... Yeah. I can also do this with Sora, because this might be a little bit better. I'm still probably... Shanon's a bit better suited to killing the bishops as well. I mean, it's the one time where I can have an archer and a mage situation be flipped. I did take your med stat, right? I did. Alright, that's pretty much perfect. I wish Renault got more XP off of these guys, but he doesn't. Oh well. Alright, you... I can't get anything else out of, so you're just going to... Okay, so I could do something really funny with this bishop that I've got down here, but I'm not gonna do that because it just doesn't feel worth it. I'm gonna have Shannon run up here and pop, pop. Doing the work, like I keep on saying. Because that means I've only got one light mage, or one light attack that's going to be coming in my general direction, and it's honestly not that bad. Well, famous last words, but still. My point still stands, I think. Alright, let's start baiting these guys out, because I need to make sure that that's safe to do first, which probably entails doing this. And then Titania can run up and get the other guy. And then I think, yeah, we'll have race move up, and then I think I can just chill for the time being. Like I said, we don't have to advance quite yet, but at the same time, I think I'm looking at this backwards and forwards, and I think we need to go on a route that isn't directly into all of this. Like I said, I swear one of these guys had a horse slayer. I must be thinking of a different map. Because, yeah, I think it's going to be... We're going to use Ike as a pivot, and we're just going to swing around the long way, and we're going to link our horses up after that point. Oh, these guys were just going to come to us. Never mind. Fingers crossed they don't do anything dumb. This is what I meant! Maybe I should have been more aggressive, I don't know. Alright, so what snipers do I have to kill? 1, 2... God, that's gonna be really bad. Ike, how do you do with the wind edge? You don't solve the problem, but I think what I can do is immediately run up and start blocking these guys. Just shut them out, and then they'll be stuck dealing with this group, but this killing edge sucks, but I can't do anything about it? Hold the phone. Alright, we need to finish our little plundering expedition or things are gonna get really annoying really fast. Can you shove? Yes! Alright, time to take one for the team. Possibly a bunch for the team. Shannon, you are goated if you survive this. Alright, let's just remove this problem before it gets out. We'll just kind of wash over these guys and just keep moving. I'm expecting some of the green units to drop, but as long as Alencia doesn't, I think we're fine. Steel bow guy, all the bow users have to die because they will all target Alencia, and if they target Alencia, it's curtains. Is that enough? I think that's enough. Well, that definitely is, but 19 cents, yeah, math was never my strong point, but that's good. I'm doing this because I can probably take out somebody else, and I want to make sure of that. I was gonna do the picket fence, it was gonna be a good time, but man, this sucks. Green units are just gonna green unit all over the damn place. How's your wind edge game? This is gonna suck. It's gonna suck regardless of what I use. Get the forged weapon out, we'll take the sniper hits in the chin, and then hopefully we'll be alive next turn. I'll maybe minimize the amount of damage that gets done to me, although I would need a crit in order to make that work. The best way would really be with a wind edge, but I can't really afford that. Where's Oscar? There he is. You can actually kill one of these guys, which would be handy. This is risky, but I kind of just have to go with whatever I can muster at this point. Anything to keep the snipers off of Valencia. Because these guys will probably go for the green units instead, or they'll go for Shannon, which would also be kind of bad now that I think about it. You can go that far forward, so... Like I said, keep supports in range if at all possible. And that'll mean one less unit that's attacking Shannon, which would actually just be dynamite. Or, you know, I can at least get a provoked target in range. I think I can actually use the green units as cover here. Yeah, that's actually the best place for Rice to go, because otherwise he's gonna get hit. And I don't want that. Alright, go. We don't have time to, like, abuse XP or anything like that. This is not the map for that. Almost gotta level up on Void, though. That's... maybe not what I wanted, but it'll do. Neff's got some good XP, too. Nephenie's farther forward, so she gets the heal. That's just how this goes. What is with people in that particular one? Skill and resistance is like everybody's favorite thing today. Okay, that's what I expected. So green units will even take priority over provoking. I'm really glad I healed you. Because hopefully the green units will just... they'll let me do the work. Salute that Eddard, it did a darn good job out there. Relationship ended with Eddard. Eddard is now my new best friend, and they're going for Mike? I guess that guy can actually hit him. The only thing that makes sense. What the hell are those wyverns doing? Okay, yeah, that's what I expected would happen, and I'm really glad that that's happening. Because actually, with Rice's position, he might actually be able to help me out a lot. Unless the Bow Knight gets healed, in which case I'm not exactly in it. What are they doing? I think the AI... I think something broke. Because, yeah, they're trying to move forward while also dealing with the two guys behind them, but I slowed them for a minute, and that's just top-tier positioning, my guy. Alright, we're still not in the clear yet, but we delayed things, but we averted disaster for one turn. Are they just running away? Are they just running away from my Warp Slayer? That's the only thing I can think of. That's very stupid if that's the case, but I can't think of anything else, really. God, I wish I had Bird. That would make this so much easier. Alright, well, Shannon can run after these guys, so I almost want to send him over that way. The problem is this entire group is just so dang far away compared to everybody else. It's kind of getting on my nerves here. Okay, yeah. We'll do this. We need to hit the grass, so gotta do that, otherwise we're never gonna be okay completely. I'm still not okay. Feels like I'm holding back a flood. Shannon, run! The Queen's got like a week to live at the rate that she's going in life. Alright, well, the snipers are priority number one. To the point where I think I'm just gonna have Ike deal with this guy. Because I don't know what the hell... Yeah, he two-shots him. I don't know... I don't trust Mia to do that. I trust Mia to start ripping into the... If I can get her to attack the boss, I think that's the best use of her. But at the same time, Ike's poised to go there next turn. It's just... I need to hold out for one more... For one more turn. If I can last another turn, I can get everybody into position and we can just pounce them. Heather, you've done your job. Your inventory's full. I wish I could get Soren up into position, but I can't yet. And now it's just these guys. I need a crit from this, or I'm gonna feel awful about it. You know, just... If the... Yeah, just do that. On the off chance that something happens on enemy phase... Ow. Maybe I should have led with Oscar, now that I think about it. It's fine. Steel Pole X. Right, 69, I gotta take it. This probably isn't gonna work, but it's better than that guy somehow magically running over the cages and... Yeah, okay. Wow, okay. Titania, what's going on? Oscar, please tell me that's a guaranteed hit. Good. Alright, everybody take cover. We're about to get pelted by arrows. Or the boss isn't going to move again, and I'm going to feel very stupid. Do I even want to move anybody else here? I don't want to move Rice, because he's actually in the best spot he could be in right now. I'm hoping that these guys will go for this guy again, and then I don't have to do anything. Just, no, everybody brace for impact. This is gonna suck. Please run after these two. Oh. That's not what I expected. Wait, if he's moving, then... He moves, okay. He didn't attack Khalil. I guess that's because he wouldn't have taken counter damage. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's okay, I think. Shanon's a big boy, he can handle himself. Even though... Fire Emblem sometimes, I swear to God. What are they doing? What is that guy doing? Oh, okay, they're running up north. Shit. Right? Look, that's fine. Oh, frick, damn it. Buddy, be careful. You have a lot to live for. They've got our back. He's got his back, I'll give him credit. What? I don't even understand what just happened. I'll take it, but I'll take it. Oh, I can steal your Vulner if I want, but I think I'd rather just use Rex to kill you, if I'm being honest. Because I don't even think I can get Heather up there. I can't. Alright, well, one of these guys... Well, Mia can just turn this guy to Chop Suey. Which, yeah, that's a very good use of it. Speaking of good uses of my time, well, excuse me, boy, but you appear to have violated the NAP. I wanted that to be a kill. Why is that not happening? I guess Titania plus I can secure that, and both of them can take hits no problem afterwards. It's just a matter of dealing with everybody else. I think I would rather have... Because with the Worm Slayer, I can take care of this guy. I don't think I can route the map on this turn. But I can make all of these guys look like absolute fools. I think, yeah, I'm gonna start with this. Because right where Rice is standing is one of the safest spots for him to be on the map. Plus, he contributes to his own cause here, which is always handy to see. Nice to see, excuse me. Yeah, that's good, and then I think that actually sets that up for death. If I played this right. Yeah, because that's 16, and I think that's 24. Yeah, so go for it. This animation's so slow. That's why I turned Gators off. Nice, perfect. Yeah, hopefully they just cluster up there for warmth and then they don't actually move anywhere. Well, they won't move until the beginning of, like, hang on a minute. Soren, you could do a lot of good work right here. Yeah, actually, I positioned everybody perfectly for this. Because we can lead off with Soren, and then hopefully with that, I can move all of my units further up north, and then, like I said, I don't think I can route the map this turn, but I can definitely route it next turn if everything goes according to plan. Oh, we're gonna make sure that this guy lives in a world of pain. Plus, I think even if the other Wyvern Master comes down, they'll deal with Soren and his Elf Gem, so that's pretty good. Yeah, because you do 38 minus 9, even with that, Soren still lives. It would have to take these guys rushing, and they are not keen on doing that. Like I said, this guy has very high speed, so I might try to... Since I know I have a bit of time, I might as well do stuff like this just to peel off the extra bow calves, and then... Nice, that's level 22 if it reserves. Sure is. Not a bad level up either. Commander, our forces are taking heavy losses. Defeat is imminent. Even our strike force cannot keep the enemy at bay. Please, you must escape. I've been defeated? Me? By a worthless rebel like this? Oh, blast that Zelgius! How dare he not assist me! I'll have his pompous head for this! Okay, I don't know if that changes the boss's AI, but we have a good positioning to protect our guys from down below, so I think we're good. Excuse me, boy, but you appear to have violated the NAP. We are under direct orders from Senator Valtome. His words carry the weight of the entire Senate. Mercenaries, you know how war works. You know that Binion can pay. Save your breath. The Grail mercenaries choose our employers. All the wealth in the Senate couldn't buy us. Lay down your bow and surrender. What? Wretched fool, you'll rot on the ground next to that treacherous girl. Alright, well that didn't work out how I had intended, but... That's a free kill for Oscar, that's a free kill for Mia, that's a free kill for whoever I want. Alright, Oscar, you do you. Or... It's Oscar or Mia, and I think... Okay, Oscar kills this guy, and then Mia kills the boss. I think it's the right order of operations here. We use the Worm Slayer because... God forbid that guy goes for us, he's gonna deal with a complete face full of bullshit. Actually, regardless of where he goes, he's gonna have to deal with that. And Boyd can even jump in here to help out, too. Fools, how dare you fight my master? He is Senator Valtome, Duke of Talbot. Die in his name. I don't know, it always felt like this guy had a very nasally voice, even more than what I can do now with my gesture. Either way, he's dead. Ooh, that's spicy. Senator Valtome. Thanks for that. That's going in the convoy. I can't give that to Shannon yet, but that's okay. Yeah, ooh, now this is suddenly really juicy. Because the bishops always attack last, so if Mia dodges one hit, I think she's dead. And even then, I can kind of improvise a little bit to, like, possibly block her off. If I have to play this out again, I don't really mind it, but I really would like to avoid it because we've been doing pretty well so far. Nice level up. So long, hand axe, we hardly knew you. And, like I said, no capped stats, but that's okay. I've kind of been making too big of a deal out of it to the point where I kind of want to slow my roll on that. In fact, if I put Oscar here, the Wyvern Lord Master can't even hit him, Mia at all, so... Yeah, good job, guys. I think he goes for Soren and then kills himself, so... Maybe I want him... Maybe I don't want him to do that, actually. I could do this, and then he's just forced to pick a bad target. And then is that the only 2 units left on the map? Sure is. Yeah, maybe having Har would have let me end this chapter faster, but we're still well under the turn limit, and just the amount of stuff that I was able to pull out. Yeah, that's 2 Elites and 2 Men Staffs. That's a lot of money that I've saved. It's economics at the end of the day. Okay, they're gonna go for the provoked. Wait a minute. Wait, he just dropped his physics staff. Oh, you're making my life annoying. And they're gonna immediately run up to where the boss was. We can have a chat. Provided these guys don't all surround Alencia, which I don't think they can, now that I think about it. No, I wanted to heal that guy. No, I wanted to have a chat. Oh, boo. I'll have to look it up later. Because, yeah, I can't actually get in reach to talk. That being said, Heather, do you want to... I'll take those off your hands if you want to go one more for me. I wasn't expecting this. But yes, I totally can. Yoink. That is way more valuable than I could have anticipated. This is maybe one of the better outcomes of this map. No strength, but I don't really care about that anymore. Anything I need her to steal, she can steal. And this guy, if I knew this guy was a freaking coward, I would have... Oh, well, that's the one, yeah, it's like, that's the one unit you can hit. Frick you. I lose that potential bonus XP level up, but honestly I don't care at this point. Mia's so cracked that she could get nothing here and I would be fine. And I mean, defense is not nothing. That's not nothing. That's really darn good. Level 19's pretty good, just saying. Okay, so in terms of other units, Ike, I think I would rather have him get a bonus XP level up. Let's give it to Nap. It's the only other unit I can think of here. Soren's the other unit, but he would benefit from bonus XP like way ahead, so... Yeah. Let's do this, because I think Bryce actually gets a level up out of this. We've got so much healing potential at this point. Like, I basically was able to restock completely. It's a very Rice level up. I swear, he's gonna cap luck at the rate that he's going. Mist is calling to Void for some reason, and then Nethany just shows up, and... bye-bye. Nice. Make it count for me, girl. That is good. That is good. I'll take that. And nobody died! It's perfect! Whew. Benion's finally given up. That took some doing. Nobody died! We did it! Tell me about it. But we did get some good information out of all this. Now we know for certain that there are serious leadership problems in the Imperial Army. I'm glad General Zelgius was honorable enough to withdraw. If the full strength of the two armies had clashed, Alencia's effort would have been wasted. Sir Ranulf, thank you for helping us save Queen Alencia. Joffrey, I'm really surprised you let Alencia do such a dangerous thing. You must be more relaxed these days. It wasn't easy for me, as you could guess, but I can never really say no to Queen Alencia. What choice did we have, anyway? You didn't have any, and you all did what needed to be done. I'm really impressed. Crimea's become quite strong. Don't talk like such a stranger. The ground mercenaries are also from Crimea. You're part of that strength. True, but I'm very proud of my homeland. Let's go see Her Majesty. You do have time to speak with her, right? Oh dear, oh dear. I shall now dispense punishment for disobeying my orders. General Zelgius, do you have anything to say? I would hear your pleas now. I am prepared to fix the consequences of my actions. Quite the admirable sentiment, General. Although I imagine you should have thought about the consequences before you abandoned your allies. Now, on your knees, it's time for your execution. Goodbye, General Zelgius. What? Senator, I must ask you to reconsider. To execute a man of General Zelgius' caliber without a trial, it's madness, it's horrible. Leveille, are you questioning a senator? A senator holds the right to punish a prisoner however he sees fit. Oh, I'll make sure to tell our people that the general was cut down in battle after felling hundreds of subhumans. That way, the people will not trouble themselves over details they couldn't possibly understand. You would bury the truth? Do you think the Apostle is easily fooled by your lies? Oh, I sincerely doubt the Apostle will ever get to hear them. Alright, I've waited long enough. Your wait is over as well, Zelgius. Execute him. Don't worry, Zelgius. I'll make sure that your lands are looked after. They'll be mine, of course. What? Silence, Valtome. All soldiers loyal to Bennion are to stand down immediately. Hello, Senator Valtome. You're one of the Holy Gods! The Apostle will be here shortly. Soldiers, sheath your weapons and kneel before the Apostle. What? No, it's impossible! Ah, it's her. There's no doubt about it. It's the Apostle. The Apostle is here. My soldiers, I apologize for my sudden disappearance. I am here today to explain things, and to bring you news from home that is of the utmost importance. My soldiers, listen to me carefully. I never wished for this war. It was started by those who wanted me dead. It was spurred on by their desire to rule Bennion for themselves. This war was the work of the Senate, and it was organized by Vice Minister Licane of Gatos. The Senate wished harm upon the Apostle? No, impossible! How could this be? Lies! She lies! Do not be tricked, proud soldiers of Bennion. She is not the true Apostle! Ah, I see. Then are we not the real Holy Guards? Is that what you are trying to say? No! This is a farce! You cannot trick us! You are using a fake Apostle to disable the Senate and take over Bennion! Men, we must act! That vile Sephiroth is their leader! The fact that he's been put in chains is all proof! I will not allow you to disgrace my master's good name. One more syllable and I shall snap your neck, Valtome. Apostle, words cannot express how good it is to see you alive and well. We have been awaiting your return. Thank you, General Zelgius. You and I have much to discuss. That is a thing of beauty. Like I said, nobody died. Not a single unit from the Crimean army went down, and they actually gave us a fair amount of XP to boot. That might have been more than I would have gotten out of combat now that I think about it. But anyway, we have... Sanaki sure picked an interesting time to show up. We have a lot to talk about. Because things are about to get very interesting.
Apostle Sanaki arrives without warning at the Central Army's main camp in Crimea. With a strength born of conviction, she exposes the Senator's vile plot to undermine and usurp her. Valtome counterattacks with a claim crafted by the Senate that the Apostle is a fraud who, along with her Prime Minister, Sephiroth, is attempting to deceive all of Benyan and lead them away from the goddess's graces. To the citizens of Benyan, the senators are chosen by the goddess and are worthy of the same respect given to the apostle. As for the apostle, her image is tarnished when the Senate imprisons Prime Minister Sephirin in her name. An ever-growing number of Benyan's citizens are willing to believe the senators' claim that the apostle is an agent of evil trying to deceive them. So it is that the Central Army is divided. One camp believes in the apostle, and the other supports the Senate. This new turmoil fans the flames of chaos into a mighty conflagration burning across Tellius.
Chapter 11, Just Cause. Thank you for coming today, everyone. I am in your debt, all of you. The King of Gallia, Kinagus, the King of Phoenicius, Tabar, the Serenus royal family, Raphael and Racing, and the Queen of Crimea, Elyncia, who worked tirelessly to arrange this meeting and generously extended her hospitality. She gave me hope when I was driven out of my country, and offered aid when all seemed lost. You have my sincere gratitude. Before we begin, allow me to make a few things clear about the recent war between Benyan and the Laguz Alliance. When we received your letter stating that the Senate had made scapegoats of the Herons for the previous apostle's assassination, Prime Minister Sephirin and I decided to investigate the Senate and prosecute them if needed. Then, the senators made their move. What did they do? They imprisoned me in a room in the main cathedral. They then forged an arrest warrant for Sephirin and jailed him. I admit there had been major rifts between myself and the senators in the past. However, I had no idea that they would stoop to such deplorable acts. I should have known. This is all my fault. We didn't think you were behind all this warmongering. What you just told us confirms what we had guessed. I have been forced to flee my country, but that doesn't change the fact that I am the Empress of Benyan. I will not allow the Senate to declare me false, nor will I stand by as they seize and ravage Benyan. I must return to my country, save my people, and take back my birthright. To accomplish all this, I would like to form an alliance between the Laguz tribes. Help me save Benyan. I will accept, if you agree to a few conditions. First, the immediate and total emancipation of any Laguz remaining in slavery. Second, that new diplomatic relations between our peoples start with a clean slate. No bias against Bjork or Laguz shall be tolerated. Lastly, a full alliance between our countries to further solidify this agreement. If you agree to these terms, I give my support. I hope that at long last the dream that both King Ramon and I held can come to fruition. I agree with King Kinagus completely. If these conditions are agreed to, Crimea would like to join this alliance as well. Do you intend to return to the Serenus Forest back to the Herons when you take back the throne? Of course. The goddess loved the forest because the Herons made their homes there. I will see to it that you can return home. My brother, we can finally go home. Our family can be together again in our own homeland, for the first time in decades. Alright, I'm all for this. I didn't need much convincing, though. I just wanted to rip those idiot senators in half. Gallia, Phoenicius, Serenus, and Crimea shall hereby make a pledge. Apostle Sanaki, we will wholeheartedly support your effort to return to the throne, so long as we stand united in our ideals. Please bring back peace to our lands. Each of you has my deepest gratitude. I swear I will accomplish that goal. So, it sounds like everyone is on the same side now. That's the best news I've heard in a long time. I feel the same, but it's too early to celebrate. I will not be happy until I take back my country. How we fare in the battles to come will be of the utmost importance. The Grail Mercenaries would be glad to help. I know that we're a small unit, but we'll do our best to see the job done right. I certainly hope you will, especially since I've decided to make you the commander of our combined forces. Wait, hold on there. What did you say? Listen, Apostle Sanaki, I'm really flattered, but General Zelgius is much more qualified. Zelgius has returned to the Empire by himself to rescue Prime Minister Sephiroth. Our army consists of the troops he left behind, as well as the armies of Crimea, Gallia, and Phoenicians. Ike, you're probably the only person on the face of Tellius who commands respect from all 4 countries represented here. Ike, I know you're not happy about this, but you're the only person who can bridge the rift between the Laguz and Bjork. No, I'm not happy about it. I thought my days of being a general ended 3 years ago. But I won't refuse. If you think I'm the only person who can pull this off, then I'll do my best not to let you down. Thank you, Ike. Let us go meet with the armies and the soldiers you will be leading. They will want to meet their new commander. Not again. Well, we're gonna have our work cut out for us here. I think within the base, yeah, we've got a trio of really big supports that we could take care of. In fact, because there are some folks that haven't really gotten a chance to chat with each other for 3 years, and when Sanaki was talking about a combined army, she wasn't kidding. All of the Crimean Knights are at our disposal now. We've also got all the Laguz units we've recruited up until this point, and let me tell you, this next map is massive. It is... it's a doozy, but it's gonna be fun. At least I think it will. Yes, it will. Also, as a point of order, you'll notice our funds have jumped up. Anything that the Crimean Knights had in their convoy, in their money, anything at all, except for the stuff that I think Joffrey had, but that's a different story entirely. All of that is ours now. We've also got this Thoron tome here, but nobody can use it. The only person that could reasonably use this is a promoted and well-trained Ileana, and yeah, that's not happening. Which stinks, because Thoron's a really cool tome. It's one of my favorites in Awakening, actually, but that being said, we don't need to buy any heal staffs either, and those restore staffs I'm still keeping tucked away for safekeeping. As for the armory, we can also buy silver weapons now, which is very nice to see. We can also forge stuff again, because we're about to get a ton of money. But yeah, I'm gonna need to, well, now that we have some extra healing on our side, Rice can make use of this men's staff, and then I'm not going to give him this physics staff quite yet, but I think I am going to give him a restored staff as a just-in-case for what's coming up. The same thing goes for, I mean, Mist's equipment is perfectly fine. She's kind of at the point where I would want her to be. As another point of order, bonus XP. Ike is going to get a massive power upgrade pretty soon, and he's got exactly 1 level to clear. And let me tell you, he's going to have no problem doing it. This is the last chapter where I really can afford to use the Grail Mercenaries, so I want to take advantage of that while I still can, and like I said, I've got enough room for Ike to just completely wreck house. Everybody else is obviously going to get their fill of bonus XP. I think I'm probably going to make sure that... Okay, this is just stupid. Yeah, okay, I'm doing this just so I can force a level up out of Soren where he gets defense. That was the dumbest possible outcome, and somehow it happened, but like I said, I'm gonna have Soren promoted with 11 defense, and I mean, Jesus frick, is that a thumbnail possibility? Part of me wants to screen cap this and upload it to Blue Sky. I know some people that would absolutely adore this, but we'll save that for later. Additional points of order. We're at the point where a lot of units are hitting level 20. I'm definitely gonna see some promotions on the next map, but I just don't know who's gonna get it first. It kind of feels like everybody who isn't Ike is gonna be racing towards it. Ike's promotion is story-based, is what I meant to say. So, training him on this map is probably a good idea, and like I said, we're given a very particular tool to use it. In terms of other units, like I said, Khalil is a tough sell right now, but I might be bringing her along, or Danved, just because they're going to get a lot more XP out of this map than anybody else. Kiran will as well, but he's kind of at the point that Oscar was at a few maps ago, so I think he's perfectly usable. In fact, we have 50k bonus XP, I might as well top some people off. Especially since his level ups are usually like that, they're pretty good. He's not close to capping anything, and he probably never will be, but I would like him to be at least somewhat useful. Halil is the other unit that I'm worried about, but if I had to promote her right now, I don't think it would be that big of a deal, but I want to see if I can get more out of it. Or get a bit more out of training her. Same good thing goes for Danbed. They've still got Paragon, and they're kind of the only units that can really take advantage of that. Excuse me. I got the hiccups right now. Goodness. Har's another unit I'm on the fence about. I'm probably going to take him on this map because I really just need the... This is another map where I mentioned bringing my A game and then I benched him. I'm not doing that on this map. That would just be dumb. In terms of other stuff, Braum, you want some? Have some. There's plenty for everybody. I have 50,000, and I'm not going to know what to do with it by the end of the game. Good lord. It's a Braum level up. The Braumiest of Braum level ups. Sure, Mia, why not? It's on the house. Same thing, Gatry, on the house. This will probably mean he's got a couple capped stats going into promotion. I'm a little disappointed that he didn't cap his defense, because his defense caps out at 30. In fact, he didn't... Oh, he capped skill. That's pretty good. I think he capped HP, too, so maybe I'm being a bit... I'm maybe being a little bit too unfair. That being said, speaking of capped stats, like I said, might as well, because we've got so much. This is basically all the stuff that the Crimean Knights had was for this purpose, and almost this purpose exclusively. There's Cap Strength on Void, that's what I like to see. And sure, Mist, have some bonus XP. It tastes lovely. It tastes like strawberries, I think. And then, yeah, it's not worth it, like... That will force a promotion, but that's not worth it when I can just level them up organically, which a lot of these guys are going to be coming along specifically for that purpose. Now, for Oscar, if he caps 1 of Strength, sure, I've been giving it to everybody else. And this means that every Grail Mercenary is going to be possibly a 3rd tier by the end of this map, if not in the next one. And I think that caps Strength, and that might have capped something else. Oh, wow. I wanted him to cap Strength and Speed, and those are low caps, I'm just recognizing. But yeah, that's pretty good. I'm kind of happy with where my A-team is. Nephene's still a unit that I think I can take advantage of a little bit in terms of getting level ups out of her, but like I said, 18 to 19 I'm probably going to do organically. 19 to 20 I'm going to use bonus XP, and then we're already there. She'll be a bit behind everybody else, but I think that's fine. Speaking of which, since we've got so much, our Lagoose friends have been definitely helping us out a lot, so might as well give them a bit of appreciation. I think Olki, Janaf, and Renulf are probably going to take up the most of this, but having 3 Lagoose units with mastery skills, even though I think they're all gonna... I don't think I'm gonna be able to, like, really maximize the utility I'm gonna get out of them, but it's still fun. That's the important thing. Let's give some to Renulf for the time being, and then I'll give him the rest in a little bit. Yeah, this wouldn't be worth it on hard because I wouldn't get enough XP to do this, but like, the last 4 levels that Renulf has to gain just scream giving him bonus experience. And Lagoos make all the stat increases go the extra mile because, like, Renulf got +4 in strength there instead of +2. I'm a little annoyed that he got luck on HP and luck, because those are the only stats that don't double, but it's fine. So, as for some equipment here... The eyes and ears of the king. I can't think of better candidates for these. Give me that, and we'll take... Where? That, okay. Received hair, and... Received tear. A tear, excuse me. Who got the MVP on the last map? Boyd, okay. It could have been anybody, it could have been Ike, but yeah, I'm happy with Boyd. That's a good one. This is a very eclectic list. Like I said, we've only had 2 repeats. Or 1 repeat at that. Boyd is the first repeat, go figure. Alright, there's no way of getting A supports out of anybody that doesn't have them yet. So we'll just hold that for them. No, do not go leave base. We have way too much that I have to do aside from that. So let me go ahead and... No, don't do that. God, that button is dangerous. Especially since it defaults to yes. So, hair... Can inflict damage at triple strength and have enemy speed for 1 turn. Just in case... Basically, there is an overkill I went over this with Nyla back in part 1, but every single skill, mastery skill, is like this. It's not just the Lagoose ones that have an extra flavor of screw you, I'm in charge to it, and it's just really nice to see, if I'm being honest, because mastery skills in Path of Radiance were a bit of a tough sell, because you had very limited capacity, and you had to use a, well, you kind of had to do what the Lagoos are doing, where you had to use an item in order to get the mastery skill in the first place. But like I said, we've got 3 of them, and there's not very many candidates for it when you get down to it. Like, I could maybe see somebody using Leith or Mordecai on, like, a joke playthrough, if that makes sense, but, like, God, not in anything remotely serious, so there's not a lot of candidates for that, but... Yeah, here, Bjork units automatically get them when they promote to Tier 3, which Elincia does have it and she showed it off, but our other units will get there pretty soon. That being said, I am going to call the stream here. Mainly because it's 7:30 right now, and the next map is insanely long, so I figured why not. We'll make this a bit of a shorter stream, well, shorter relative to how it's been. And we'll go find a raid target. I can actually raid Gabby, which is kind of unusual. I can raid Edo, too. That's also pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of good people live. It's nice that I'm able to finish early like this so that I can do this, but... You know what? We're gonna raid one of the originals. Let's raid Slow Beef. See you guys next week, I suppose.